This is Long Island Ducks baseball.
Justin Davies at the plate, the winning run at third. Crowd going nuts. Swung on, bouncing ball left side, off the mitt, up third baseman Brad Strauss. Here comes Louis Rodriguez. Justin Davies has done it again. The Ducks are one quack away from the championship.
Jason Johnson makes the catch. He makes the catch, and the Long Island Ducks have swept the Camden River Sharks. They are the 2004 Atlantic League champions.
Going back is Adam Bailey. He settles under it. He makes the catch! Adam Bailey makes the catch! And for a second straight year, the Atlantic League trophy will reside on Long Island. The Ducks are the Atlantic League champions.
Swinging a ground ball, hit toward short, charging in his lines. He fields, throws to first. The comeback is complete. From 2-0 down in the series, the Long Island Ducks have won 3 in a row at home. And for the 5th time in franchise history, they will head to the Atlantic League Championship Series.
And now it's time for the Long Island Ducks pregame show.
We are back live here at New Britain Stadium in New Britain, Connecticut. Game 2 of this single admission doubleheader coming up between the Long Island Ducks and the New Britain Bees. The Ducks taking Game 1 earlier this evening by a final count of 6-1. My name is Michael Pollack. Thank you so much for joining us once again here on the Ducks Broadcast Network, liducks.com, Facebook Live, and the Ducks official YouTube channel. Appreciate you joining us. Well, after a 6-1 loss on Sunday in the final game of a 4-game set with the Bridgeport Bluefish, the Ducks answer back with a 6-1 win here in Game 1 of the doubleheader, and they will try and make it a sweep of the Bees here in this single admission twin bill. Starting lineups here for Game 2 for the Ducks. Phelan Lentini leads off in right field. Anthony Vega, the 2-hitter and DH. Batting third and the shortstop is Elmer Reyes. Lou Ford is in the cleanup spot. He's the left fielder. Mark Krause will bat 5th at first base. Jordan Pacheco does the catching and will hit 6th. Delta Cleary Jr. in center field batting 7th. The 8-hitter, the second baseman Giovanni Alfonso, and Zach Goldstein rounds out the order at third base, all facing Bees right-hander Brian Dupre. We'll have the Bees lineup in the bottom of the first inning. Dupre is ready to go. And the first pitch of Game 2 is a breaking ball on the inside corner for strike one. We're underway at about 8:42 p.m. here in New Britain. The 0-1 pitch, and Lentini grounds it foul off the front of the Ducks dugout for strike 2. Again, the Ducks taking the opener by a final count of 6-1 behind some terrific pitching from Dennis O'Grady, who struck out 7. 5 innings of 1-run ball and some offense early and throughout for the Ducks. 0-2 on the way to Lentini. That's smacked foul back to the screen. We'll do it again at 0-2. Lentini had a heck of a first game for the Ducks. His best game of the year, 3 for 4 with a double, a homer, 3 RBIs, and a run scored. Now the 0-2 from Dupre. Lentini is swinging a miss for strike 3. He chases the breaking ball downstairs. First strikeout of the game and one away here in the first inning. Defensive lineup for the Bees here in game number 2. Connor Bierfeld is in left, Michael Krause in center. Jordan Henshaw makes his first start with the Bees. He is in right field. On the infield from left to right, John Griffin at third. Jake McGuigan gets the start at shortstop here in game 2. Yusuke Kajimoto at second. Craig Maddox is at first. Here is Anthony Vega from the left side. He takes the first pitch, breaking ball down and in 1-0. Ivan Villa-Escusa is doing the catching behind home plate for right-hander Brian Dupre. We have 1-0 here to Vega. And the pitch is taken high. And that will run the count to 2 balls and no strikes. The Ducks' designated hitter who started in left field in game 1. Get the half game as the DH. Here in game 2. 2-0 is downstairs, taken by Vega for ball 3. Vega enters this game with 9 hits in his first 40 at-bats of the season, .225 average. No homers, 3 runs batted in for Vega thus far. Be a 3-0. Kicking the pitch on the way. Vega takes all the way, and that's downstairs, ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk issued by Brian Dupre. The Ducks have their first base runner here in game 2. And it's another Ducks walk brought to you by City MD Urgent Care. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island, offering you the comprehensive quality care that you need the moment that you need it. City MD Urgent Care, need a doctor? Just walk in. So 1 on and 1 out. Now Elmer Reyes to the plate. He is the shortstop here in game 2, batting in the number 3 spot of the order. First pitch is actually going to be a throw-over as Brian Dupre chases Anthony Vega back to the bag. Vega this year with 2 steals in 3 attempts thus far. Both teams switching jerseys here for game 2 of the doubleheader. Here's the first pitch to Reyes. He swings away and fouls it off deep down the right field line. 0-1. Ducks were wearing the alternate orange in game 1. Bees wearing the home white pinstripe. Meanwhile, here in game 2, the Ducks go with the road gray uniforms. And the Bees in their alternate jerseys, the yellow Hardware City jerseys. It says Hardware City on the front. Stanley Black & Decker making their headquarters here in New Britain. Here comes the 0-1. And Reyes takes a breaking ball that misses the inside corner. We'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike on Reyes, who enters this game with a .285 batting average on the year, 1 home run and 17 runs batted in. Vega takes his lead at first base to the edge of the cutout, the 1-1. And Reyes will swing and a miss, snap throw back to first, and easily back in there is Vega. So now Reyes behind in the count at 1-2. Brian Dupre making the start, 3-2 on the year with a 2.68 ERA thus far this season. He has pitched very well for New Britain, his second year here with the Bees. This is his 9th start of the year. He has 1 complete game. That'll be a 1 ball, 2 strike pitch to Reyes with Lou Ford waiting in the on-deck circle. Here comes the 1-2, and Reyes smacks one down the right field line, foul and out of play. So we will do it once again at 1-2. So a good start for the Ducks to this doubleheader, and if you look back now, Ducks have scored 6 runs or more in 3 of their past 4 games. The 6-1 loss to Bridgeport over the weekend, on Sunday, the lone exception. Now the 1-2 delivery. Pitch on the way. Reyes takes way outside. Nice backhanded stop made by Villascusa to prevent the ball from going to the backstop and allowing Vega to go into scoring position. 2-2 now on Reyes. So the offense has started to wake up a little bit for the Ducks here, and that is certainly a good sign. Now it's about keeping it on a consistent basis. Throw over again, and Vega dives back safely. No surprise to see Dupre paying attention to him over there at first base. Infield at double play depth with 1 on and 1 out, top of the first inning. Here comes the 2-2 delivery. Kicking the pitch. Vega goes for second. Pitch is taken low. The throw down to second base is not in time. Anthony Vega in ahead of the tag from Yusuke Kajimoto. So Reyes now with the count full at 3-2 and give Anthony Vega his 3rd stolen base of the season. Neither side had a steal in game 1 of the doubleheader. The only somewhat close was when Krause went to second on a wild pitch, but he was not moving before the pitch, so obviously does not count as a stolen base. So Vega now in scoring position with 1 out. It'll be a 3 ball, 2 strike pitch to Reyes. Dupre looks in for the sign, now gets the pitch he likes. And the 3-2. Reyes swings and fouls it off. Chase what would have been ball 4, the pitch coming high and inside. Whoa, no, now all of a sudden they say strike 3. So Vega's going to take off for third base. Kevin Byes is telling Reyes to go to first, and now all of a sudden we've got time called here. Home plate umpire Jeff Merzel, excuse me. I don't know what he called there. Vega was the runner at second base. Reyes swung and missed, or it looked like it was originally called a foul ball because the home plate umpire put up both hands to say it was a foul ball, so nobody was moving. Then all of a sudden Merzel with a punch call said strike 3. And so Vega took off for third, and the ball had gone back behind the plate. So now they're saying that Reyes is out on strike 3 and the runners couldn't advance. I'm completely unsure what the call is for this. I don't know how you could say strike 3 and not allow the runners to advance. There was no signal that it was strike 3 except for it being a foul ball because, again, the umpire put up both hands to his left and right to say it was a foul ball. And first base is open, so the batter Reyes has the right to advance to first base. But they're going to say strikeout and they're going to say 2 out, and I unfortunately have no idea how that call is made. But that is the 2nd out of the inning. And that is going to bring Lou Ford to the plate. He will bat from the right side with Vega still down at second. First pitch upcoming here from Dupre to Ford, and the breaking ball is taken downstairs, 1-0. And umpires got to make the call right away whether or not it was contacted or missed, because the ball went back behind the plate, and Vega should have been allowed to take third base there if it was indeed a swing and a miss, but he had no idea because the home plate umpire didn't make any call. And Reyes had no idea either at home plate. So here comes a 1-0 now to Ford, and he'll take a breaking ball downstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. So Duprane with 2 strikeouts now in the inning, and he is a strikeout away from striking out the side. Ford enters this ball game with 7 hits in his first 32 at-bats, a home run and 4 RBIs. Here comes the 2-0. Good hitters count. And Ford will swing and foul this one back to the screen for strike 1, and it's 2-1. Well, I mentioned Jordan Merzel is the home plate umpire. First base here in this game is Frank Urilli, and the third base umpire, Anthony Inzero. There was also a call at second base where it looked like Berg had thrown out Michael Krause trying to advance to second on that wild pitch by Dennis O'Grady in game 1. And the call was that Krause was safe, although it appeared from our vantage point that the throw had beaten him there. Kevin Baez argued that one too, but to no avail. So they count 2-1 here on Ford with Vega at second and 2 down. Here's the pitch, and Ford takes a fastball way upstairs, 4-3. And so the count is now 3-1 on Ford. If he reaches, Mark Krause is next, and he had a great game in the opener, as did Lentini. So let's see if Ford can get on with 2 down. 3-1 pitch on the way, and Ford takes high and inside, ball 4. So there is the second walk of the inning issued by Dupre. Had Reyes laid off that 3-2 pitch, he would have walked as well. It's another walk brought to you by City MD Urgent Care. Over 15 City MD locations across Long Island. Need a doctor? Just walk in. So 2 on with 2 outs for the Ducks. And here is the lefty swinging Mark Krause. We talked about had a great game in the opener. 3 hits and 3 at-bats, all singles. He drove in a run and scored twice. Would have won player of the game honors if not for the great performance by Phelan Lentini, who was a triple shy of the cycle. First pitch to the lefty swinging Krause. And Dupre deals a breaking ball that misses high, 1-0. Dupre having to throw a lot of pitches here in this first inning as he is having some trouble throwing strikes. Krause, after the great first game, now hitting .262 on the year, 3 homers, 23 runs batted in. Here comes the 1-0. Krause takes high again. So Dupre has fallen behind here quickly. 2 balls and no strikes against the Ducks first baseman. Dupre over 20 pitches here in the first inning. He is now up to 22. Only 9 of those for strikes. Good hitters count for Krause. And the 2-0 from Dupre. Breaking ball, that's high. And it's 3-0 on Krause. If he draws a walk, Jordan Pacheco, the catcher and 6-hitter, waits in the on-deck circle. So Vega will take his lead at second. Ford at first. Let's see if Krause gets the green light at 3-0. We've seen it before. Dupre comes set. And the 3-0 delivery. Krause takes its low, ball 4. So make it 3 walks in the inning for Brian Dupre. As Vega, Ford, and Krause have all reached on free passes. And it's another Ducks walk brought to you by City MD Urgent Care. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island. Need a doctor? Just walk in. So make it 4 plate appearances and 4 times that Mark Krause has reached base in this doubleheader. Out of the dugout to check on his pitcher is Stan Kleiber, the manager of New Britain, and it looks like the trainer also coming out to check on him as well to see if there's any sort of issue. Obviously, the last thing the Bees want to have to do is go to their bullpen early in Game 2. New Britain had to use 3 relievers for the final 3 innings of Game 1. And Dupre has been one of their best starting pitchers this season, but clearly lacking command in the first inning. And if not for that wacky swing and miss / foul tip by Elmer Reyes that was called strike 3, might have ended up walking 4 in a row. Dupre says he's okay to stay in. So Stan Kleiber and Andy Muccino, the trainer, head back to the first base dugout. And now Jordan Pacheco, who did not play in the opener of the doubleheader, will come to the plate with a chance to give the Ducks the early lead. Alex Berg did the catching for Game 1, had a pretty strong game at the plate. Now Pacheco will be behind the plate for Game 2. He comes up to bat from the right side with the bags full and 2 down. Dupre gets the sign from his catcher via Scusa. First pitch, and Pacheco takes a breaking ball in at the knees for a called strike, 0-1. Pacheco thus far is 3 for 21 in a Ducks uniform. No homers or RBIs yet. He has scored 3 times and has a pair of doubles. From the stretch is Dupre. And the 0-1. Ground ball hit to the left side. Third baseman John Griffin fields the high hop, throws to second in time for the fourth. And Dupre is able to work himself out of trouble. The Ducks miss an opportunity to take advantage here in the first. No runs, no hits, a trio of walks, and 3 runners left on base. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Ducks nothing, and the Bees coming up to bat.
Hey fans, this is pitcher John Brownell, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark. Bottom of the first coming up here at New Britain Stadium. No score in the early going between the Ducks and the Bees. Let's take a look at New Britain's lineup here for Game 2 of the doubleheader. Yusuke Kajimoto moves up into the leadoff spot. He is the second baseman. Michael Kraus bats second. He is the center fielder. Jovan Rosa, the DH, hits third. And in the cleanup spot is the left fielder, Connor Bierfeld. Batting fifth at third base, John Griffin. Craig Maddox up in the number 6 spot as the first baseman. First start as a Bee for Jordan Henshaw, who was signed today. He's the right fielder. Jake McGuigan gets the start at shortstop here in game number 2 as Michael Baca gets the game off. And in the 9th spot doing the catching is Ivan Villascusa as James Skelton, who caught game 1, will get game 2 off. So we go to the bottom of the first after a very wacky top of the first in which the Ducks drew 3 walks but could not score. And Elmer Reyes was called out on a swinging third strike on a pitch that seemed to be a foul ball that the home plate umpire initially ruled a foul ball, or at least we thought so. Yusuke Kajimoto fouls the first pitch from Tim Melville off, and that is strike 1. Tim Melville getting the start for the Ducks, his 9th of the year, and he's got a record of 2-4 with a 3.95 ERA. So who knows what could have happened if that call had not been made. Swing and a miss by Kajimoto on the fastball. 0-2 now on the second baseman. I was told in between innings that the ball ended up bouncing and going up into the screen, and since the ball went out of play before Reyes had left the batter's box, he could not technically get to first base. The 0-2. Kajimoto, a line drive up the middle into center field. There's a base hit. So the leadoff hitter for the Bees gets on against Melville as Kajimoto singles to center. Kajimoto came into the game hitting .324 with 2 homers and 9 RBIs. That'll bring Michael Kraus to the plate. And it makes sense that if the ball goes out of play and the batter's not left the batter's box, he cannot be awarded first base. But again, Reyes would have probably taken off for first since first base was open if the call had been made right away that it was swung on and missed. Instead, it was not, and the home plate umpire just put his hands up as if to say almost foul ball. So that confused everybody, and Vega, meanwhile, couldn't take off for third. First pitch here to Michael Kraus. He squares the bunt, pulls back, and takes low for ball 1. Kraus, the center fielder and 2-hitter for the Bees. He is hitting .276 this year, 7 home runs and 17 runs batted in. Looks like he is trying to bunt to move Kajimoto in his scoring position. Melville's 1-0. He does not square this time and takes a fastball on the inside corner for strike one. Mentioned it back during the first game of our doubleheader how important early runs are in these 7-inning games. You want to get an early lead, and a sizable one at that. And the Ducks in game one had a 5-0 lead through the first 3 innings that held up at a 6-1 win. 1-1. Kraus takes. Fastball misses the bottom of the zone. Melville falls behind at 2-1 on Kraus. Kajimoto, the runner at first base this year, has stolen 1 base and been caught stealing once. Melville comes set. Turns, throws over to first to chase Kajimoto back. Mark Kraus holding him on there at first. Melville looking to bounce back. He won 2 starts in a row, May 16th and 21st, but then has lost 2 in a row in his past 2 starts. And now it's 2-1. Runner goes for second. Pitch is taken low. Throw down to second base. Not in time. So now 3-1 is the count on Michael Kraus, and a stolen base for Kajimoto, his second of the year. So a stolen base for Kajimoto after he led off with a single on a 2-strike pitch from Melville, and now a good hitter's count. Oh no, they did say it was strike 2. My mistake. I thought the count was 3-1, but the home plate umpire signaling 2-2 there. So it is a 2-ball, 2-strike count now on Michael Kraus. Melville looks to second, deals to the plate, and Kraus will swing and miss for strike 3. Chase the slider down and away. First strikeout of the night for Tim Melville. And there's 1 away here in the bottom half of the first inning. Defensively for the Ducks here in game 2, Lou Ford gets the start in the left field, Delta Cleary Jr. in center, and around and right is Phelan Lentini. On the infield from left to right, Zach Goldstein gets the start at third base. Elmer Reyes is the shortstop for this game. Giovanni Alfonso at second, Mark Kraus at first. Behind home plate doing the catching, Jordan Pacheco, and on the mound for the Ducks, right-hander Tim Melville. So with 1 on and 1 out, here's Jovan Rosa, the DH, and 3-hitter for the Bees. First pitch on the way, and Rosa swinging a miss at a breaking ball down and in for strike 1. For Goldstein, this is his second start at third base, and for Reyes, his second start at shortstop. Kevin Baez giving Dan Lyons the game off here in game 2. Be an 0-1 pitch from Melville. He kicks and fires, and Rosa swinging a miss again. He chased down and away this time. So Melville's got 2 strikes on Rosa, 0-2 the count on the DH. Ducks trying to pull into 500. They are 22-23 on the year entering this game. They're 5.5 in back of Somerset, who already played earlier today. Bees now 16-28, 11 games out of first place. The 0-2 pitch, Kajimoto dancing off of second pitch to Rosa's a fastball on the outside corner, strike 3 call. So Tim Melville freezes Rosa looking, back-to-back strikeouts for the former big leaguer, and 2 down here in the first inning. Well, Melville's last start came in game 1 of a doubleheader. That was on Friday against the Bridgeport Bluefish. In fact, now 3 starts in a row have come in twin bills from Melville. He took the loss on Friday, allowing 5 runs, 4 of them earned on 6 hits in 6 innings, walked 3, which tied a season high, and he struck out 5. The Ducks 5-2 series opening loss in 7 innings to Bridgeport. Connor Bierfeld from the right side, first pitch from Melville, and Bierfeld takes a fastball outside and low for ball 1. Ducks responded with a 6-0 shutout win in the nightcap of the doubleheader. They then won 10-1 on Saturday over Bridgeport before dropping the series finale on Sunday afternoon 6-1. Here is the 1-0 from Melville. He kicks and fires, and Bierfeld takes a fastball on the outside corner, belt high for a strike. Leaving things up at 1-1. So Melville trying to work around the leadoff single and stolen base from Yusuke Kajimoto. Right-hander comes set, and the 1-ball, 1-strike pitch on the way. Bierfeld will swing and miss, way out in front of the breaking ball, diving down and away. And Tim Melville now a strike 3 away from striking out the side. Melville comes into the night with 34 strikeouts this year in 41 innings of work. 1-2 the count on the righty swinging Bierfeld. Melville looks to second. Now he deals to the plate, and Bierfeld will swing and miss. Strike three. Got him with a fastball over the inside corner. Tim Melville strikes out the side after allowing the inning opening single. Good start for the right-hander. No runs for the Bees, 1 hit, and 1 man left on base. After 1, here in New Britain, Connecticut, no score in Game 2.
Hey fans, this is shortstop Dan Lyons, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the Magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit psegline.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks.
Fans, every walk by Ducks batter this season is presented by City MD Urgent Care. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island offering the comprehensive quality care you need the moment you need it. City MD Urgent Care. Need a doctor? Just walk in. Second inning coming up here at New Britain Stadium. Both sides have put a runner in scoring position. The Ducks had 2, but neither side scoring in their half of the first. We go to the second, and Delta Cleary Jr. will lead things off for Long Island against right-hander Brian Dupre. Dupre winds and fires. First pitch, Cleary Jr. takes a breaking ball low and away, 1-0. Delta Cleary Jr. coming into Game 2 of this doubleheader with a batting average on the season of .232. He's got a homer and 15 runs batted in. Takes inside for a ball, and it's 2-0. The bottom 3 in the order for the Ducks against Dupre here in the second. 2-0 delivery, and there's a strike on the outside corner from Dupre. 2-1 on Cleary Jr. Ducks threatened in the first. They drew 3 walks but could not plate the game's opening run. 2-1. That is outside and low. And now Cleary Jr. in the driver's seat at 3 balls and a strike on Dupre. From the wind, the 3-1 delivery. Cleary Jr. takes all the way. That's at the knees on the outside corner for a strike. Good pitch from Dupre to run the count full at 3-2. Some of the fans left after Game 1. A few are still here. Here is the payoff pitch. Cleary Jr. a ground ball hit to short. Right there is Jake McGuigan. His throw on a first low, but dug out nicely on the backhand by Craig Maddox to save McGuigan of the error, and there's the first out here. First pitch breaking ball to Giovanni Alfonso is on the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. However, the Bees bullpen imploded and allowed 5 runs in the 8th as they lost the game 5-4. The 0-1, Alfonso takes a breaking ball high and inside. 1-1 on Alfonso, who had a couple more RBIs in Game 1 and is now hitting .323 on the season. The Ducks' leading hitter. This is his 100th at-bat of the season. It's a high fly ball down the left field line, hooking foul. 3 fielders all chasing after it. It'll go foul into the picnic area. Left fielder Connor Bierfeld slid on the warning track to try and get it, but it ultimately went into the crowd. He adjusts his socks or his pants, and now gets back out into left field with a count of 1-2 on Alfonso. Lights are all on as the sun is set on a beautiful night for baseball in New Britain. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch on the way from Brian Dupre, and Alfonso a swing and a miss, strike 3. Good nasty breaking ball from the right-hander as he strikes out Alfonso, his 3rd strikeout already. Now with 2 away, that'll leave it up to Zach Goldstein. So Zach Goldstein playing in his 5th game here with the Ducks. Signed by the team last week. A couple starts in Bridgeport. First pitch on the way here from Dupre, and Goldstein swings. It's a line drive towards short, caught by Jake McGuigan. Made a little leap, but not much of anything, and that'll end a 1-2-3 second inning for Brian Dupre. Much easier for him in the second. 1.5 complete, no score in New Britain.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Delta Cleary Jr., and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to. Second inning coming up here at New Britain Stadium in Game 2 of this single-admission doubleheader. No score between the Ducks and the Bees. Time for the Ducks Health Report, which is brought to you by Island Shore Physical Therapy, the official therapist of the Long Island Ducks. Out again for the second straight game is Angelo Sanco. He is currently recovering from a strained quad day to day. He did do some running and take some swings before the game. He's scheduled to take batting practice tomorrow. The Ducks are hoping at the latest that he will be back on Friday when the Ducks return home to take on the Bluefish. First pitch here from Tim Melville. John Griffin takes a breaking ball for a strike. 0-1 as two number 33s face off. Melville for the Ducks, Griffin for the Bees. Griffin, a former Duck himself. And the 0-1 on the way from Melville to the plate. There's a fastball strike on the outside corner again, 0-2. Griffin comes in hitting .267 with 3 home runs and 15 runs batted in. Here is the 0-2 from Melville. Kicks and fires. Griffin a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Blew the fastball by him. So Tim Melville, who struck out the side in the first inning, is now 4 for 4 at getting strikeouts in this game. And there's the first out here in inning number 2. Again, a reminder, if you're just joining us, this is Game 2 of a single-admission doubleheader made possible because of the rain out here last night. So 2 7-inning games. The Ducks took Game 1 earlier this evening, 6-1. Here's Craig Maddox from the left side. First pitch to him is taken high and outside, 1-0. Maddox, the first baseman and 6 hitter here in Game 2 for the Bees. And he comes in hitting .224 on the season with 2 homers and 20 runs batted in. 1-0 from Melville. Maddox swings, fouls one back to the backstop behind home plate. Good cut. And he fought it off straight back. 1 ball and 1 strike on the Bees' first baseman and hitting coach. Second year as a player coach for the Bees. He and Sean Gilblair, both player coaches for New Britain. 1-1. Maddox swings, lifts it foul down the left field line out of play. So he falls behind at 1-2. Again, many fans haven't made their way out, so quiet here at New Britain Stadium. Their fans haven't had much to cheer about thus far. Only 1 run scored in the games on a bases-loaded walk. Here is the 1-2 delivery from Melville. And Maddox takes a fastball, strike 3 called on the outside corner. Tim Melville's now got 5 strikeouts in his last 5 batters after the bottom of the first inning opening single. So 2 away here in inning number 2. And that's going to bring up the right fielder, Jordan Henshaw. Well, Jordan Henshaw just signed and activated today by the Bees. Was last with Pittsburgh in the Pacific Association. He is 27 years old, out of Long Beach, California. Makes the flight across the country here to New Britain. And the first pitch on the way is swung on and lifted in the air to right center. That's hit fairly well, but it's going to be playable for Phelan Lentini, who makes the catch. And an easy 1-2-3 inning in the second for Tim Melville as he retires the side in order on 2 strikeouts and a flyout. It's another PSEG Long Island energy efficient 1-2-3 inning. With energy efficiency programs from PSEG Long Island, saving on your electric bill is also as easy as 1-2-3. Visit PSEGLINY.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you. On to inning number 3 we go. No score between the Ducks and the Bees.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Angelo Sanko, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Third inning coming up here at New Britain Stadium. The Ducks and the Bees are scoreless. New York Sports Day is one of the largest independent New York sports news sources out there for coverage of the Ducks, the Mets, the Yankees, major and minor league baseball, football, basketball, hockey, and soccer. Visit www.nysportsday.com. New York Sports Day, your independent Gotham sports news source. Top of the order for the Ducks as we go to the third inning against Brian Dupre. Phelan Lentini to lead off. And the first pitch to him is roped on the ground to short, off the glove of Jake McGuigan, and it trickles in a shallow center. And Lentini is on to begin inning number 3. We'll see how that scored. Probably an error. Sharply hit ground ball, but hit right at McGuigan and went off the glove. So Lentini is on base, and that will bring up the designated hitter, Anthony Vega. Lentini, what a great game in the opener. A leadoff solo home run down the left field line, his first of the year, first since August of last year, August 13th, when he hit homers twice in the same game. Then he hit an RBI double in the second to left and an RBI single to right in the sixth, with a fly out to deep left in the fourth sandwiched in there. It is an error, and the throw over to first has Lentini dive back to first safely. So an error on Jake McGuigan to begin the third inning for the Ducks. And for McGuigan, that is going to be his first error of the season. See, Vega tries to sacrifice Lentini to second. Can't imagine he will, but we'll see. First pitch, Lentini bluffs. Now he's dancing off first, throw back, and he is in there safely ahead of the tag from Craig Maddox. So ball 1 to Vega. And, of course, Lentini has a terrific repertoire of running at first base. 22 stolen bases this year in 23 attempts. That is second most stolen bases in the Atlantic League behind Lancaster's Darian Sanford. Has a healthy lead again, does not go, and this pitch swung on and fouled back to the backstop by Vega. That'll even up the count at 1-1. Lentini 10 steals behind Sanford, who comes into the night with 32 on the year. So 1-1 on Vega, who drew a walk in the opening inning. Was 0 for 4, though, in game 1 of the doubleheader with 3 strikeouts, all of them looking. Was not happy with the strike zone. 1-1 pitch from Dupre. And Vega takes a fastball high and outside. That runs the count to 2 balls and a strike. Vega took a couple of breaking balls that were borderline and some late strike 3 calls from Anthony and Zero that really upset. Oh, throw over to first. That gets past Craig Maddox and goes towards the tarp and goes stuck in the tarp. And so that's going to allow Lentini to advance to second base on what will be the Bees' second error of the inning. An error on the pitcher there, Brian Dupre, his second of the year. Try to throw over to first base and catch Lentini napping, but no dice there as his throw was way off target. So 2 errors here, allowing Lentini to reach base and then get to second. And let's see if the Ducks can take advantage of the miscues by New Britain. Now will Vega try and sacrifice Lentini to third. First baseman Maddox in on the grass. The third baseman Griffin playing behind it. 2-1. Vega does not square. Takes a breaking ball outside. And it's 3-1. So now in the driver's seat is Anthony Vega. We'll see if he tries to take a ball 4 here or if he's going to be ready to swing at anything close at 3-1. From the stretch is Dupre. Looks to second where Lentini leads. 3-1. Vega swings, pops it up. In the air, third base side. John Griffin crosses into foul ground. Back into fair territory. It falls in. And Vega's going to be safe at first. No, now they're saying it's a foul ball. The home plate umpire is saying it's a foul ball. I thought that certainly landed in fair territory. The home plate umpire here, Jeff Merzel, has ruled that a foul ball, and from my view, that clearly hit in fair territory. Now the umpires are going to all come in and discuss it. Lentini was at second. He never took off for third. Vega had run down at first. So now they're going to discuss it. I mean, the home plate umpire has the best view of that, but the third base umpire is right there, too. And can easily tell. So they have a discussion, and they rule a foul ball. My goodness. Well, we'll have to try and see if we can watch that one on a replay at any point. I thought for sure that ball had landed fair. Maybe I'm mistaken. But Griffin had started in foul territory, came back in a fair ground, and that ball looked like it hit off the grass. So now the count is full at 3-2. Dupre comes set on the mound. Lentini leads at second. Here's the payoff pitch, and Vega takes a breaking ball inside for ball 4. So I guess regardless, doesn't matter. Vega still reaches base. Although I'm sure he would have liked the hit. Another walk brought to you by City MD Urgent Care. Need a doctor? Just walk in. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island. Oh, I'm watching the replay. That ball absolutely landed. Oh, okay, now I see. My mistake. That ball definitely landed fair, but it went to the left of the chalk in a foul territory before Griffin touched it. So it is a foul ball, my mistake. Here's Elmer Reyes, first pitch, and Reyes takes a breaking ball high and inside, ball 1. That's my fault. I did not see that ball carry him back into foul territory before Griffin picked it up. I thought that it just landed fair and was picked up fair, but the ball hit the grass and took a hard left turn into foul ground by the time Griffin touched it. He had never touched it on the pop-up, which was in fair territory, so that's the right call. Here's the 1-0. Reyes a swinging a ground ball left side, and diving stop made by the shortstop. McGuigan throws to second, not in time, but a great play by Jake McGuigan to save a run. It'll be an infield single for Elmer Reyes. The Ducks now with the bases loaded and nobody out. There's the first hit of the game for Long Island. Jake McGuigan, who made the error to begin this inning, a diving stop in the hole on the backhand. If that gets through, Lentini scores easy. But a great, great play, and if somehow New Britain gets out of this, that will loom very large. But either way, the bases loaded, nobody out for the Ducks. A golden opportunity to take the first lead of the game. Here is Lou Ford at the plate from the right side. First pitch on the way to Ford. Breaking ball inside. Dupre missed. The count 1-0. Dupre has had to throw a lot of pitches here in the early going. He is up to now 47 pitches for the game. Just 22 of them for strikes. And he has walked 4 already. Has now allowed a hit. 1-0. Ford crushes one down the left field line, heading back towards the pole. That ball is foul. Lou Ford almost with a double down the left field line. Scattered the pitchers out in the bullpen. And that will even up the count at 1-1. That would have most likely cleared the bases for Long Island. It was just a hair out in front as it went down that line, hit just to the left of the 330-foot sign. Ford drew a walk in the opening inning. Now it'll be a 1-ball, 1-strike pitch from Brian Dupre. He comes set. Kicks and fires. And Ford a swing and a drive down the left field line again, heading back towards the pole. This is going to go foul. Oh my, Lou Ford has been right on the last 2 pitches from Brian Dupre. And he has just missed a 3-run double and now a grand slam. And now Dupre is ahead at 1-2. No wind to speak of that is pushing those baseballs foul. Their wind is dead tonight. But Ford just out in front of both pitches. So 1-2 on Ford. Runners lead from every base for Long Island. Here comes the pitch, and Ford grounds one to the right side. This ball is going to get past Kajimoto, base hit. Lentini will score. Vega coming home. He will score. It's a 2-run single for Lou Ford. And the Ducks strike first here in the third inning. They lead it 2-0. Good piece of hitting from Lou Ford after just missing 2 big hits down the left field line. He will settle for a 2-run single the opposite way in the right. Scoring from third is Lentini. Scoring from second is Vega. Reyes goes to second and stops right there. And the Ducks have the early 2-run advantage. First run of the inning is unearned because of the error that allowed Lentini to reach. The second run, though, earned. Vega would have scored from second anyway had the error not happened. So now here is Mark Krause, the first baseman from the left side. First pitch from Dupre. And Krause will take a big breaking ball over the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. For Lou Ford, RBIs 5 and 6 on the season. For Lentini, he picks up his 26th run. That leads the Ducks, now tied with Angelo Sanco for the team lead. 0-1 here to Krause from Dupre. And he'll take a fastball knee-high for a strike, this time over the inside corner. Krause drew a walk his first time up back in the opening inning. In game 1, 3 singles, an RBI base hit in the third, scored the other 2 times he picked up base hits, in the second and the sixth. So he's now been on base 4 of the 4 times he's come up today. 0-2. Slash foul down the third base line, out of play. Do it once again at 0-2. So the Ducks have now scored the first run in each game of this doubleheader. They scored the first run on Sunday, too, but allowed 6 unanswered runs after that point and ended up dropping the game. Reyes the runner at second, Ford the runner at first. Here is the 0-2. And the breaking ball is taken high and outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Couple of errors, a walk, and back-to-back singles for the Ducks. No outs still here in the top half of this third inning as the Ducks trying to put a big crooked number up on the scoreboard. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And Krause takes the fastball high and outside. And leaving the count at 2-2. And the pitch count continuing to rise for Dupre as he is now up to 55 here in this ballgame. Ducks showing some good patience here thus far against Dupre. Now the 2-2 to Krause. That breaking ball misses down and in, and Krause has worked the count from 0-2 to 3-2. Another out of the zone would reload the bases for the man waiting on deck, catcher Jordan Pacheco, who came to the plate with the bases loaded his first time up tonight. Right-hander comes set. The kick and the pitch. And Krause swings, lifts a fly ball foul down the third base line, well out of play. And we'll do it once again at 3-2. So Dupre has already allowed 2 runs in this game. His season high was 6. He did that on May 20th in Lancaster, and he allowed 6 runs in 4 innings. Every other start this year has been 2 runs or less. Now the Ducks with a chance to extend this 2-run lead. Another payoff pitch coming to Mark Krause. Here it comes, and he'll take high for ball 4. Looked like a changeup that time from Dupre, and he ends up falling and losing the batter, Mark Krause. After jumping ahead 0-2, that is walk number 5 for Brian Dupre, absolutely a season high. He came into the night with just 13 walks total, with 3 being his season high. It's another Ducks walk brought to you by City MD Urgent Care. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island, offering you the comprehensive quality care you need the moment you need it. City MD Urgent Care. Need a doctor? Just walk in. So the base is loaded once again for the Ducks. Still nobody out. Here is Jordan Pacheco from the right side. First pitch. Pacheco swings, lines one down the left field line. That's going to go foul. Another bullet off the bat of a Ducks batter. This time Pacheco on the breaking ball. And again, he was just out in front. Knocked it down near the Ducks bullpen, 0-1. Pacheco came up with the bases loaded and 2 down in the first inning, grounded into a force out at second base. hit it to third. Griffin turned it over to Kajimoto at second for the force out to escape the jam, the 0-1. And that is taken low and inside, even the count at 1-1. Pacheco did not play in game one of the doubleheader. He last played on Sunday. Started at first base for the Ducks, had a double, a walk, and a run scored in his 4 trips to the plate. From the stretch, here comes a 1-1. Kicking the pitch. Now Pacheco takes high and inside. That almost caught him on the left arm. If it did, it would have forced in a run. Instead, it is ball 2. First 5 Ducks batters have reached here in the third inning. Long Island threatening for more. Reyes at third, Ford at second, Kraus at first. 2-1. Pacheco is swinging a fly ball in the air to left center field, somewhat shallow. Converging on it, and the left fielder Bierfeld will make the catch. Tagging from third, Reyes just to draw the throw. And he will go back to third base, so an important out there for Dupre as he gets Pacheco to fly out to shallow left for the first out. Reyes remains at third. And now with 1 out, that will bring up the switch hitting center fielder, Delta Cleary Jr. So Cleary Jr. will come to the plate with the bags full and 1 away. Cleary Jr. in game 1 of this doubleheader grounded into a double play. So that is what Dupre is hoping for here to try and get himself out of trouble. Corner infielders are in tight in case Cleary Jr. tries to lay one down. Middle infielders back at double play depth. Dupre's first pitch. Cleary Jr. takes a breaking ball at the knees over the inside corner, strike 1. Cleary Jr. grounded out to short his first time up last inning. And in game 1, he was 0 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt. From the stretch, here's the 0-1. Kicking the pitch. Cleary Jr. hits a fly ball in the air to second. Converging on it, Kajimoto and Maddox. The second baseman, Kajimoto, is going to make the catch. And Cleary Jr. is retired for the second out. So with the bases loaded and nobody out here in the third, following the walk to Mark Kraus, 2 pop-ups, 1 in shallow left, 1 on the infield for the Ducks. And now it'll be up to Giovanni Alfonso to try and extend this Ducks lead. Obviously, Long Island in front, that's what's most important, but with the struggles of Dupre here in the third, you want to jump on him and put a big crooked number on the scoreboard. But here is Alfonso, who has been the Ducks, one of the Ducks' best in these situations this year. First pitch to him is taken low and inside for ball 1. Alfonso this year with runners on base coming into the day, .318 average. He is 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs with the bases loaded, and he is 5 for 10 with runners in scoring position and 2 outs on the season. He already has 2 RBIs in game 1 today. 1-0, and that's swung and fouled off at home plate. A big breaking ball. Alfonso just missed it, and the count 1-1. The second baseman struck out his first time up back in the second inning. In game 1 of this doubleheader, a 2-run single up the middle with Berg at third and Kraus at second, 1 away. And then pop to right and then single to right in the 6th. 1-1. And Alfonso swings, chops one over the mound towards the middle. The shortstop, McGuigan, is there. He will step on second for the force, and an excellent job by Brian Dupre to get out of a big jam in the third and limit the damage. So in the inning, 2 runs, 1 earned, 1 unearned, on a total of 2 hits and 2 errors. 2 walks in the inning as well. Ducks end up leaving the bases loaded for the second time in this game. And after 2.5 innings of play, the Ducks lead it 2-0.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Phelant Lantini, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it! The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Offenseman Giovanni Alfonso grounded into the force out to end the top half of the third inning. That was the 15th out of tonight's Game 2. Did you know that a 15-minute phone call to Geico could save you 15% or more on your car insurance? Get a free quote today. Call 1-800-947-AUTO, 1-800-947-AUTO, or visit geico.com. Jake McGuigan to the plate. He takes a fastball on the outside corner for strike one. Ducks get 2 runs in the top of the third inning on the 2-run single to right by Lou Ford. Could have been much more, though. But Brian Dupre escaped further trouble. Here's the 0-1. McGuigan takes a fastball high and inside, even the count. Ducks had the bases loaded with nobody out after the walk to Mark Krause, which followed that 2-run single by Ford. But 2 pop-outs and a force out at second ended that threat. Here is the 1-1 from Melville. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by McGuigan over the outside corner, 1-2. Again, McGuigan did not play in Game 1. He is hitting .169 on the year. He's got 2 homers and 7 runs batted in. Melville gets the sign, winds and fires. And the 1-2 pitch is a breaking ball, check swing, foul ball to the screen on the first base side of home plate. We'll do it again at 1-2. Melville has struck out 5 of the first 6 hitters that he has retired in this game. The only beater reached thus far, Kajimoto, with the leadoff single in the first inning. And the 1-ball, 2-strike pitch on the way from Melville. McGuigan takes on the inside corner, strike 3. Got him with a breaking ball. So make it 6 strikeouts now for Melville. That is the third that he has gotten looking. And there's 1 out in the third. Melville's season high in strikeouts was 8. He did that on May 21st against Somerset when he threw 6 shutout innings, allowed just 3 hits, 2 walks, struck out 8, his best start of the year. He won that game. The Ducks stayed 8-1. Then struck out 7 his next time out in 3 2/3 innings, but took the loss against the Barnstormers in a 10-0 defeat. First pitch fastball here misses high and outside for ball 1 of the 9-hitter, the switch hitting catcher Ivan Villascusa. 1-0. Melville's 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, blew that fastball by him. He's got a lively fastball tonight. A little something extra on it. He's also wearing the high black socks tonight. Typically don't see him with the high socks, but doing so here tonight, maybe trying to change something up. Be a 1-1 here to Villascusa. Kicking the pitch on the way, swinging a foul back to the backstop. And Melville jumps in front, 1-2. Villascusa did not play Game 1. He is originally from Obregon, Mexico, but now resides in Yuma, Arizona. 30 years old, 6'2", 200 pounds. So the count of ball and 2 strikes in favor of Melville. Gets the sign, winds and fires, and the 1-2 pitch is check swinging a ball down in the dirt. They appeal to third, no swing, says Anthony Enzero. That was close, but he says Villascusa held up, and that will even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. This is Melville's 2nd start of the year against the Bees, his first road start against them, and now 2 road starts in a row after making 6 straight home starts for Melville. Looking in for the sign from Pacheco. And now the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Blew the fastball by him upstairs. Make it 7 strikeouts from Melville. And 2 away here in inning number 3. Melville took the loss the first time he faced the Bees. He went 5 innings on April 29th at Bethpage Ballpark. Allowed 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 of which were earned. Walked 2 batters, struck out 3 in a 3-2 defeat. Here's Yusuke Kajimoto to the plate. Squares, takes, and the pitch is low for ball 1. Kajimoto trying to run up and get on via the bunt single, but ends up thinking better of it, holds off. And so the count 1-0 on Kajimoto, who singled to begin the bottom of the first for New Britain. Here he takes a fastball strike over the outside corner, 1-1. Since then, Melville has retired 8 in a row, 7 of the 8 on strikeouts. The lone exception, Jordan Henshaw, who flew out to deep right to end the second. 1-1. Fouled off into the Ducks dugout on the third base side. Boy, hopefully everybody all right there. That screamed over the fencing and went right into the dugout. I think everybody is okay. Don't see any concerned faces down there or checking on anybody, so that is good. Meanwhile, Melville strike 3 away from striking out the side for the second time tonight. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and Kajimoto fouls one off to the third base side. Just got enough of it to stay alive. Kajimoto, the second baseman for the Bees, former Barnstormer from Japan, Osaka, Japan, where he hails from. He is 33 years old. Helped the Barnstormers win the championship in 2014. And the 1-2, breaking ball down in the dirt. They appealed to third and said no swing. The ball carried back to Pacheco, but it didn't matter since Kajimoto was able to hold up. And the count now even at 2-2. Bases empty, 2 down, bottom of the third inning. The Ducks with a 2-0 lead. The 2-2 delivery. And Kajimoto takes a breaking ball outside. Might have been a little low as well. And that runs the count full at 3-2. Kajimoto started to go, but was able to hold up and thought better of it as the ball missed down and away. Payoff pitch up coming now from Melville. Kicks and fires. Kajimoto takes a breaking ball outside, ball 4. There's the first walk of the night issued by Tim Melville as Kajimoto reaches for the second time against him. So Yusuke Kajimoto finds his way on. And that will bring up the center fielder, Michael Kraus, who will bat from the right side. Kraus is the first of Melville's 7 strikeouts on the evening. Back in inning number 1. First pitch from the righty. Fastball, just missed outside. Pretty close, but I guess just off the corner. 1-0 on Kraus, who in game 1 of the doubleheader earlier this evening was 1 for 2 at the plate, a single and a pop-up to first. He also walked twice. 1-0. Lines it foul, first base side of home plate, now to play. Leaving up the count at 1-1. Bees managed just 4 hits in the first game of this doubleheader, and Yusuke Kajimoto had the only 2 that went to the outfield, a single and a double. The other 2 were infield dribblers. So now 1-1 on Kraus. Kajimoto with good speed at first has already stolen 1 in this game. Throw over, and back safely is Kajimoto. Ducks with a 2-0 lead over the Bees. Lou Ford's 2-run single in the top half of this inning. Melville gets the sign from Pacheco and comes set. Turn and a throw over again. And Kajimoto dives back safely. Melville picked up the first complete game by Ducks pitcher this year, although that a little bit skewed. He went all 6 innings. The Ducks pitching staff took the mound in game 1 of the doubleheader on Friday in Bridgeport. 1-1, swing and a miss. Nasty breaking ball diving down in the zone. And the count 1-2. Ducks lost that game by a count of 3-2, so a 6-inning complete game for Melville. The first by a Ducks pitcher this year. And there have been so many 7-inning games because of doubleheaders. No surprise, that's how it happens. So Melville again a strike 3 away from striking out the side. Here comes the 1-2 delivery. Kicks and fires, and Kraus swings and fouls it off to the first base side. Got enough of it to stay alive. And Melville will have to face Kraus again on a 1-2. Kraus, a Canadian native. He is from New Westminster in British Columbia, Canada. He's part of the Canadian team in the World Baseball Classic this past offseason. 1-2 again. Melville deals, runner goes, pitch is swung on and missed, strike 3. Got him with a breaking ball down low. Tim Melville strikes out the side for the second time tonight, and he has struck out 8 batters over the first 3 innings of this game. No runs, no hits, a walk, and a runner left on base. To the 4th inning we go here at New Britain Stadium. The Ducks lead it 2-0.
Hey fans, this is infielder Elmer Reyes, and you're listening to Duck Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 24 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and also recently acquired Hampton Luxury Liner with regular service from New York City to the Hamptons. They also offer a variety of vineyard tour options. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines and Hampton Luxury Liner, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Family fun every time. Beautiful evening for baseball. Big action every time. He reaches up, it's gone! Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Zach Goldstein will lead off this fourth inning for the Ducks, Long Island with a 2-0 lead over the New Britain Bees. Here in Game 2 of this single admission doubleheader, Lou Ford's 2-run single proving to be the difference right now. First pitch from Brian Dupre, and Goldstein takes a breaking ball in the inside corner for strike one. Goldstein will line out to short his first time up. That was back in the second inning. Breaking ball here misses down and away. That'll even up the count at 1-1. Strike.
39-37. Moving out to a 4-0 start.
Pitch on the way. Swing and a foul tip off the bat of Goldstein, and that'll run the count to 1-2. Also time for our fourth inning trivia question, where we will give you the answer in the bottom half of the inning, but the question in the top half of the inning as we test your knowledge of the Ducks, the Atlantic League, and baseball as a whole. 2-1. Goldstein takes that, misses, 1-2. It took down and away. I believe the count now 2-2. They have 3-1 on the scoreboard, but it is indeed 2-2. Kicking the pitch on the way, and Goldstein hits a ground ball to the left side. Charging in is Griffin. He fields, throws off balance just in time to retire Goldstein, and there's the first out. Good hustle by Goldstein up the first base line. So Goldstein is now 0 for 2, and there's out number 1. Well, B starter Brian Dupre was drafted 3 different times by major league organizations. First in 2007, he did not sign with that team, though. Then again in 2010, and didn't sign. But finally in 2011 was a 7th-round pick of the Washington Nationals and ended up spending 5 seasons in their organization. So the question, who were the first 2 teams to draft Dupre, but that he did not end up signing with? Phelan Lentini fouls the first pitch from Dupre off here. And the count 0-1. So who were the first 2 teams to draft Dupre but not end up having him sign? We'll let you think about it. Give you the answer in the bottom half of this fourth inning. Lentini, meanwhile, 0 for 2 in this game. A strikeout and then reached on an error and scored in the third. Takes a fastball up high here. That will even the count at 1-1. Lentini with a couple of runs on the day. Of course, we mentioned the 3 hits and 3 RBIs in Game 1 of the doubleheader. Line in the 1-1. Breaking ball cut on and missed by Lentini, a bit out in front. And that runs the count to 1-2 strikes on the Ducks right fielder. Dupre kicks and comes home, and Lentini takes a breaking ball inside. And evens the count at 2-2. Dupre has gotten out of some big jams already. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the first. Bases loaded, no outs in the third after he gave up the 2 runs. And has kept this a ball game right now, 2-2. And Lentini a smoking line drive into right field for a base hit. Phelan Lentini with hits in both games. The throw comes in to first base and ended up getting past the first baseman Craig Maddox. Right fielder Jordan Henshaw trying to throw back to first base after Lentini had reached and almost threw it away. But give Lentini his first hit of the game, 4th of the day. And the Ducks with a 1-out base runner. That'll bring up Anthony Vega. Kevin Myers was saying he hoped that the extended rest over the weekend when Lentini was attending the graduation of his sister back home in California ended up helping him out and giving him some rest, as he has been playing quite a bit here in the early going this season. Hasn't played in every game, obviously. First pitch to Anthony Vega. Lentini goes. Pitch is taken low. Throw down to second base. Not in time. Lentini just got his hand in ahead of the tag from the shortstop, Jake McGuigan. And another steal for Lentini, his 23rd of the season. 23rd steal in 24 attempts for Phelan Lentini, the second most in the league. So he is in scoring position with one out. Anthony Vega has been on base twice in this game with a pair of walks. Has stolen a base and scored a run. Much better start for him after going 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts in game 1. Here's the 1-0. Vega takes a fastball high and inside from Dupre. And the count goes to 2-0. Lentini with excellent speed at second base, hoping to score yet another run. The 2-0 pitch coming. Dupre kicks and fires. Vega swings, grounds it to the right side. This will be a foul ball. Went just to the right of the first base bag before Maddox picked it up. Vega was ready to swing away ahead in the count. 2-0, ends up fouling it off. 2-1 now. The Ducks' designated hitter. Dupre had won his first 2 starts of the year, has now lost 2 of his last 3 with the no decision coming his last time out, though he had pitched well enough to win. He has gone 7 innings in each of his last 2 outings, but his pitch count has been elevated quickly here in tonight's ball game. Dupre's 2-1. Looking back at Lentini at second, now deals, and Vega takes a breaking ball off the outside corner. So he jumps in front 3-1. Dupre to this point has already exceeded 80 pitches in the game. That was just his 81st pitch of the night, only 42 of them for strikes. So it'll take a lot for him to go all 7 here tonight. 3-1, and Vega takes high and outside, ball 4, another walk issued by the right-hander Brian Dupre, the 3rd time Vega has walked in this game, and the 6th walk issued by Dupre. That is most definitely a season high, and it's another walk brought to you by City MD Urgent Care. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island. Need a doctor, just walk in. So the count, there's 2 on with 1 out. I believe Jason Jarvis is warming up in the bullpen for New Britain as Elmer Reyes swings away at a breaking ball and fouls the first pitch off for strike 1. And Jarvis, who has spent time as both a starter and a reliever this year, appears will come in for Dupre if he has any further troubles getting out of this inning. Jarvis has made 11 appearances, only 2 of them starts. Reyes in this game is 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a single. Runners lead and the 0-1. Reyes swings away and misses at a breaking ball diving down in the zone. So Dupre, after walking Vega, quickly jumps ahead at 0-2 on Reyes. He reached on an infield single to short in the 3rd inning, was denied an RBI base hit thanks to a great diving stop by Jake McGuigan. So that'll be an 0-2. Dupre looks to second, deals to the plate. Reyes swings, taps one on the ground weakly here, foul, 3rd base side. Again out in front. Reyes has been a bit of a free swinger here in today's action. In game 1 of the doubleheader, Reyes was 1 for 4 with 2 pop-outs, a ground out, and a single his last time up in the 7th. Doesn't draw many walks, does Reyes, just 4 for the season. He's been an everyday player for the most part for Long Island as well. Dupre gets the sign and comes set. Here is another 0-2. And Reyes takes the fastball high and outside. Wouldn't bite on that one. And the count goes to 1-2. Ducks leading it 2-0 as we play top of the 4th inning here in game 2 of a doubleheader. Ducks won the opener 6-1. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch from Dupre. And Reyes swings, line drive in the air to center. That's going to chase Kraus back. But he's lining it up, makes the catch. Lentini tagging, going for 3rd. And he will make it in there safely. So there's a fly out from Elmer Reyes for the second out of the inning. Lentini advances on to third base. With 2 outs and runners at the corners, Lou Ford will have another opportunity to drive in runs here in the 4th inning. Well, right now, Ford has driven in the only 2 runs of the ball game for either side. A 2-run single in the 3rd inning for the veteran. Now comes up with runners at the corners, 2 out. First pitch, and he takes down in the dirt. Excellent block at home plate by Villascusa. Keeps Vega at first and Lentini at third. On the count 1-0. Ford drew a walk back in the opening inning, then the 2-run single to right in the 3rd. And following up a 1-for-4 performance in the opening game with a run. So Lou Ford at 40 years old playing in both games of this doubleheader. DH'd game 1, and now the left fielder here in game 2. 1-0. Ford takes a breaking ball inside. Now he is in the driver's seat with a 2-ball, no-strike count. Ford in the weekend series against the Bluefish was 3 for 16 at the plate, a home run and 4 RBIs. All 3 hits came in game 2 of the doubleheader on Friday. 2-0. Ford swings and crushes one again down the left field line, foul. Boy, these last 2 at-bats, he has been on some of the pitches from Dupre and hit them hard, but it's been out in front of him, just a little bit off in his timing. Nearly had a 3-run double, nearly had a 3-run home run in the last at-bat, settled for the 2-run single. Now the 2-1. Ford takes a breaking ball upstairs, looking like a changeup from Dupre. And he's now behind at 3-1. Another out of the zone would walk forward, load up the bases for Mark Krause. Dupre really working himself into a lot of trouble in this game, but has been escaping it and keeping the Bees in this ball game. 3-1. Kicking the pitch. Ford swings, taps it foul at home plate. Way out in front of it was Ford. Just got a little bit to stay to avoid the swing and the miss, but he ends up getting a strike, and that'll run the count full at 3-2. So the runner from first base, Vega, will get the head start, meaning he will almost surely score on an extra base hit from Ford. So the first baseman, Maddox, will play behind him. Lentini will take his lead off of third base. Here comes the payoff pitch. Dupre deals. Ford takes low, ball 4. Lou Ford has drawn a 2-out walk here in the 4th. The second free pass of the inning given up by Dupre, and his 7th walk of the ball game. And another walk brought to you by City MD Urgent Care. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island. Need a doctor? Just walk in. Well, here is Mark Krause to the plate. He has walked twice in this game. Another free pass. And there's nowhere to put Krause. The bases are loaded with 2 down. He has already worked out of 2 bases loaded jams in this game. Can he find his way out of another? Dupre gets the sign and comes set. First pitch to Krause. He swings and rockets one in the air to deep left field. Going back is Connor Bierfeld. Still going back. He reaches up and makes the catch. Oh, Krause hit a deep drive out to left center field, but just did not have enough to get over the head of Connor Bierfeld. And for the 3rd time in this game, the Ducks leave the bases loaded. No runs, 1 hit, 2 walks, and now 9 men left on base for the Ducks in the first 4 innings tonight. We go to the bottom of the 4th, still a 2-0 ball game.
Hey fans, this is infielder Giovanni Alfonso, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark. Bottom of the fourth inning here at New Britain Stadium. The Ducks have been getting tons of base runners against Brian Dupré in this game. They have drawn 7 walks and have had 3 hits as well, but just 2 runs on the scoreboard as the Ducks have left the bases loaded 3 times already. And Tim Melville will go back to the mound for the fourth inning and face Rosa, Bierfeld, and Griffin, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for the Bees. Also time for the answer to our fourth inning trivia, where we tested your knowledge of the Ducks, the Atlantic League, and baseball as a whole. Today's question revolved around Bees starter Brian Dupré, who was drafted 3 different times by Major League organizations. Once in 2007, once in 2010, didn't sign either time. Finally, he signed after getting drafted by the Nationals in the 7th round of 2011. So the question was, who were the first 2 teams to draft Dupré before he finally was drafted and signed? The answer coming up after the first pitch from Tim Melville, which is on the inside corner for strike 1. The answer is the Texas Rangers and the Detroit Tigers. In 2007, he was a 37th round pick of the Rangers but did not sign. Here comes the 0-1. And Rosa swing and a miss. Change up over the inside corner. There's strike 2. Then in 2010, the Tigers drafted Dupré in the 11th round, but also did not sign. Finally, the Rochester, New York native was drafted by the Nationals 7th round of 2011 and ended up spending 5 seasons in the Nationals organization. Called strike 3 by Melville as he strikes out Jovan Rosa on 3 pitches. That is a new season high for Tim Melville, 9 strikeouts in the ball game. And there is out number 1 here in the 4th. Melville is definitely dealing tonight. 9 of the last 10 hitters that have been retired by Melville, 9 of the last 11 hitters overall, have struck out against the right-hander. First pitch here is chopped onto the ground, third base side. Backhand stop made by Goldstein. Throw over to first. Mark Krause cannot get it on one hop. And safe at first base is going to be Connor Bierfeld. We'll see how it's scored, but I have to think that will be an error. No, they rule it a hit. They ruled that an infield single for Connor Bierfeld. Goldstein fielded it on the backhand, and his throw was on one hop and skipped past Mark Krause at first base. And they have put a hit up on the scoreboard. A 1-out single for Connor Bierfeld. Looked like a pretty routine ground ball. Was right along the line, so Goldstein had to make a long throw across, but ball bounced on Krause. He could not come up with it. So, 1 on, 1 out. Here's John Griffin to the plate. Melville kicks and fires, and Griffin will swing and miss late on the fastball, and it is 0-1. That's just the second hit of the game for the Bees. And Bierfeld, who had a rough first game, going 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts at the plate, is on. Griffin was 0 for 3 with a strikeout and 2 flyouts in game 1. Now the 0-1. Line drive here into center field, base hit past Giovanni Alfonso. Bierfeld is going to stop at second. And the Bees have their first somewhat rally of this game, 2 on with 1 out. And that'll bring up Craig Maddox. The Ducks certainly have to hope that that bad throw by Goldstein doesn't come back to bite him. Goldstein had a throwing error on Sunday against the Bridgeport Bluefish on a potential inning-ending double play ball when he was playing second. So now 2 are on with only 1 out. Here is Craig Maddox to the plate, who struck out looking his first time up. Melville looks in for the sign from Pacheco and comes set. And the right-hander's first pitch. Maddox takes a fastball just outside. And the count 1-0. I mentioned Maddox with a strikeout in his first at-bat here in this game. In game 1, he was 0 for 3 with a strikeout and 2 groundouts. Now the 1-0 pitch. Melville looks to second, deals to the plate, and Maddox takes a breaking ball at the knees on the outside corner for strike 1. 9 strikeouts, a new season high for Melville. He had 8 again 3 starts ago, May 21st against Somerset. It's also the most strikeouts by a Ducks pitcher in a single game this year. Be a 1-1. Melville deals to the plate. Maddox swings and misses late on another fastball from the right-hander. He's had excellent command with the fastball in this game. Has kept it mostly down in the zone. They're getting a lot of late swings and misses by this Bees team. Britain coming into the day hitting just .249 on the season, 1 point higher than the Ducks. Long Island might have leapfrogged them with their performance in Game 1. Here comes the 1-2. Kicking the pitch from Melville, and Maddox swings and slashes a breaking ball foul down the third baseline out of play. And yes, coming into this game, the Ducks hitting .250 on the season, the Bees .248. So Long Island leapfrogging New Britain in terms of batting this season. Ducks and the Bees each with 3 hits, though, in this game. Long Island with a 2-run advantage, but the Bees have the tying runs on with 1 out. And it'll be a 1-2 pitch from Melville to Maddox. Right-hander kicks and comes home, and Maddox will swing and miss. Strike 3. Blew the fastball by him. Make it 10 strikeouts on the night for Tim Melville. And 2 down here in the 4th. Now we'll leave it up to the right fielder, Jordan Henshaw. Well, of all the batters to come to the plate, Jordan Henshaw had one of the harder hit balls against Melville. He flew out to fairly deep right field back in the 2nd inning. With 2 down and the base is empty. That was his first at bat as a Bee. Now comes up with 2 on and 2 out. And the first pitch from Melville to Henshaw on the way. And the breaking ball dealt over the inside corner at the knees for strike 1. Melville looking to strike out the side for the 3rd time in this game. He did so in the 1st. He did so in the 3rd. He has struck out 2 and allowed 2 singles here in the 4th. And now the right-hander's 0-1. Kicks and fires. Henshaw takes another breaking ball on the inside corner for strike 2. And Tim Melville has been mixing up his pitches very well. That curveball and that fastball. He's also mixed in a changeup as well. And he's had excellent command with all of his pitches to this point. Has walked just 1 and has 10 strikeouts on the night, a season high personally and as a team. So it'll be an 0-2 pitch from Melville to Henshaw. The runner at 2nd is Bierfeld. The runner at 1st is Griffin. And the 0-2 on the way from Melville is taken outside. Went with the fastball, but missed. And the count now 1-2 on Henshaw. And he was signed and activated by the Bees today. Kyle Simon placed on the inactive list, one of their pitchers, starting pitcher who won't pitch in this series. 1-2 once again. Melville looks to 2nd. Deals to the plate. Henshaw swing and a miss. Strike 3. For the 3rd time tonight, Tim Melville has struck out the side. And through 4 innings, he has K'd 11 members of this New Britain Bees team. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left for the Bees. We head to the 5th here in Game 2 of the doubleheader. Long Island still on top of New Britain 2-0.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Matt Larkins, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy-efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit pseglyny.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smoke and Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nickalock Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
All right, fifth inning coming up here at New Britain Stadium. The Ducks with a 2-0 lead over the New Britain Bees. And fans chill out with a cold cup of Hampton Coffee Company Gourmet Iced Coffee. Available at the concession stands at Bethpage Ballpark. Hampton Coffee is the preferred coffee of the Long Island Ducks. Visit HamptonCoffeeCompany.com or check out their cafes in the Hamptons. Brian Dupre's night is done. Jason Jarvis has come on a pitch, so in both games of this doubleheader, the Bees starting pitcher goes just 4 innings. Now, I'll give you his final line, but considering what it shows, impressive that he allowed just 2 runs, only one of which was earned. Jordan Pacheco swings first pitch against Jarvis. Rockets one to right center, but it's going to be caught by the right fielder Henshaw. So Pacheco hits the ball hard, but caught by Henshaw. 1 pitch, 1 out for Jason Jarvis, the right-hander, who has taken over. 4 innings of work for Brian Dupre. He allowed 3 hits tonight. 2 runs, only 1 of them earned. He walked 7 batters in this game. That is correct, 7. Without a doubt, a season high. Struck out 3 and did not strike out a batter after inning number 2. So he is in line for the loss right now, again, unless New Britain can rally back. First pitch here is taken at the knees for a strike by Delta Cleary Jr. And meanwhile, you got to give Dupre credit. He had 3 different bases loaded situations that he got out of. Cleary Jr. late on a fastball from Jarvis, swings and misses for strike 2. The bases loaded with 2 outs after walking 3 in the opening inning. Got Pacheco to ground into a force out. Had the bases loaded with nobody out after the walk to Mark Krause, which followed the Ford 2-run single. Cleary Jr. takes low, and he was able to induce 2 pop-outs and a ground out to get out of that jam. And then in the 4th inning, gave up a single and 2 walks. As Cleary Jr. hits a line drive, caught on a dive by the third baseman, John Griffin. Nice catch by Griffin on the line drive by Delta Cleary Jr., robbing him of a base hit. And there is the second out here in the 5th inning. So he had the bases loaded, did Dupre, with 2 outs in the 4th. Mark Krause hit a rocket to deep left center, but it stayed in the yard. Connor Bierfeld made the catch, and that landed. The bases would have been cleared. The Ducks would have had a 5-0 lead. But Bierfeld makes the catch, and the Ducks' lead is still just 2. 2 down quickly here in the 5th against Jarvis, and that is going to bring Giovanni Alfonso to the plate. First pitch to Alfonso, taken for a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. For Jarvis on the season, he has made 11 appearances, just 2 of them starts, 0-3, 6.09 ERA. The 0-1 is down and away, skips past Via Scusa, and the count even at 1-1. 23 2/3 innings for Jarvis. He's allowed 29 hits, 18 runs, 16 of them earned. He has walked 9 and struck out 10. Meanwhile, the story of the night thus far has been Tim Melville, who has struck out 11 batters over the first 4 innings, including 3 times striking out the side. The 1-1, Alfonso takes low and outside for ball 2. Alfonso 0 for 2 in this game. He has struck out and grounded into a force out. In fact, the bottom 4 in the order in this game combined 0 for 10 to this point. It's been the top part that's gotten the damage done. 2-1, line drive right center field by Alfonso. That is going to get down for a base hit. Over to cut it off is Henshaw. Alfonso a big turn at first, but he's going to have to hold on there with a 2-out single. Henshaw's got good speed in right. I thought off the bat that was ticketed for the gap, but somehow Henshaw cuts it off, holds Alfonso to a single, his 3rd hit of the day. He's now 3 for 6 in the 2 games of the doubleheader. Now with 2 outs, that will leave it up to Zach Goldstein. Will have his 3rd at bat of the game. He is 0 for 2, has lined out to short and grounded out to 3rd. Alfonso will take his lead at first. And Jarvis's first pitch. His fastball taken low, 1 ball, no strikes. Top of the 5th inning, 2-0 Ducks in front. Right-hander comes set on the mound. Here comes the 1-0. And Goldstein takes outside on a breaking ball. 2 balls and no strikes against Goldstein. See if Alfonso tries to take off at any point for second. 1 steal in 3 attempts this year. 2-0. Ripped on the ground is short. It's gobbled up there by McGuigan, who'll go the short way to second for the force, and that will retire the side. So Goldstein retired on the 6-4 fielder's choice in the top half of the 5th. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left for Long Island. After 4.5, the lead remains 2 for the Ducks.
Hey fans, this is Yuri De La Rosa, left-hander pitcher, and you are listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Bottom half of the fifth inning coming up here with the Long Island Ducks leading the New Britain Bees 2-0. In game 2 of this single admission doubleheader, Ducks again took the opener 6-1 earlier this evening. Tim Melville back to the mound for his fifth inning of work. He has thrown 4 scoreless innings, allowing 3 hits and a walk, while striking out a season-high 11. Jake McGuigan to lead off for New Britain. And the first pitch from Melville, swung and popped up in the air, foul territory, third base side. Goldstein racing towards the dugout, reaches in, but he cannot come up with it. And so there is a foul ball on the count, 0-1. Off the bat, that looked like it was going to be an infield pop-up, but ball drifted out of play. Again, no win to speak of tonight. And so the count, 0-1 on McGuigan, who went down looking back in the third inning. So the count is 0-1 on McGuigan. Melville working out of the windup, kicks and fires. McGuigan takes a fastball that just missed outside. And that will even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Both of Long Island's runs coming in the third inning here in this game. 1-1. Breaking ball is a little bit high and tight. And the count now 2 balls and a strike on McGuigan. Let's also take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard this fifth inning. Get you caught up around the Atlantic League where all the other games have gone final. 1 earlier today and 2 this evening. Ground ball past the mound towards the middle. Charging in on it, Elmer Reyes. He fields, and the off-balance throw to first is in time. So something other than a strikeout to retire a B for just the second time in this game. And there's the first out of the fifth. The only other B batter to be retired tonight by way of anything other than a strikeout was Jordan Henshaw with his fly out to right in the second inning. Melville had recorded 6 consecutive outs on strikeouts with a walk and a single thrown, or 2 singles thrown in there. So 1 away now. Ivan Villascusa, the catcher, switch hitter from the left side to the plate. First pitch on the way from Melville. And a half swing at a fastball outside. He did not go. And the count goes to 1-0. Earlier today, it was a win for the Somerset Patriots. They defeated the Bridgeport Bluefish 7-2 in Bridgewater, New Jersey. Rick Teasley, the win, improved to 4-1. Tyler Badamo, the loser, dropped to 1-3. The 1-0. Villascusa takes down and in for ball 2. 3 hits, 2 RBIs from Adam Donahue, 3 hits, an RBI, and a run from Carlos Guzman. Barnstormers a 7-1 winner over the Sugarland Skeeters tonight in Lancaster. Former Duck Jared Leverett, 8 innings of 1-run ball, gets the win to improve to 4-0. Villascusa, a ground ball through the right side for a base hit. So there is hit number 4 for the Bees, each side now with 4. As Villascusa is now 1 for 2. The Bees with a 1-out base runner here in inning number 5. Bobby Blevins, the loser for Sugarland. He falls to 4-2. No save in that game. Sean Holton with his 10th home run of the season for the Barnstormers. Garrett Weber went deep for his 3rd of the year for Lancaster. Weber was 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs in that game. So 1 on, 1 out. Back to the top of the order we go for Yusuke Kajimoto. Tim Melville's first pitch to him. Swung on and missed. Swung right through the fastball, 0-1. Kajimoto's been on base twice against Melville, a single and a walk. A single back in the first, a walk in the third. Melville gets the sign and comes set. Runner leads from first. And the 0-1 pitch. Kajimoto takes a fastball that catches the outside corner for strike two. Blue Crabs were a winner tonight, 3-1 over the Revolution in Southern Maryland. Brian Grenning, the win, improved to 3-1. Frank Gailey, the loser, fell to 5-4. And Cody Epley with his 13th save of the year. 0-2 coming up from Melville. He kicks and fires, and Kajimoto takes down and away. It gets past the catcher, Jordan Pacheco, off to the first base side of home plate. And that is going to allow Villascusa to get into scoring position. See how that one is ruled. 2 RBIs from Patrick Palmero leading the way for Southern Maryland in their win. Yankees were also winners tonight. They shut out the Red Sox 8-0 at Yankee Stadium. Melville, a long look in here for the sign from Pacheco. Now has the pitch he likes. 1-2 on the way to Kajimoto. And this is swung on and lifted foul, third base side. CC Sabathia, the win, improves to 7-2. Rick Porcello, the loser, fell to 3-8. Sabathia, 8 shutout innings tonight for the Yankees. Didi Gregorius, his 5th home run of the year. Chris Carter, his 6th for New York. So that series now even at a game apiece. Another 1-2 pitch from Melville to Kajimoto coming up as the right-hander looks for the second out of this 5th inning. Here comes the 1-2. Breaking ball swung on and foul tipped into the glove of Pacheco. That is strike 3. Number 12 on the night for Tim Melville as he sets down Kajimoto for the first time in this game. 2 away, and that will leave it up to the center fielder, Michael Krause. Mets have a 3-1 lead over the Rangers down in Arlington, bottom half of the 7th inning at Globe Life Park. Jay Bruce with 2 home runs, his 14th and 15th of the year. Yu Darvish starting for the Rangers, he's still in. Zach Wheeler for the Mets, he is also still pitching. Here is Michael Krause to the plate from the right side. Melville's first pitch. Krause takes a breaking ball inside 1-0. Krause has struck out swinging twice in this game, once in the first, once in the third. 2 down, a runner at second for the Bees. The Ducks trying to protect a 2-run advantage. Melville gets the sign and comes set. Here's the 1-0. Fastball on the outside corner, a called strike, 1-1. Halftime in Cleveland, the Warriors with a 67-61 lead over the Cleveland Cavaliers. 21 points from Klay Thompson, 16 from Kevin Durant. As the Warriors try and take a commanding 3-0 lead in the NBA Finals. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch from Melville on the way. Breaking ball, that is on the inside corner for a called strike to Krause. And the count goes to 1-2. New York Liberty won earlier today, 76-61 over the Atlanta Dream at Madison Square Garden. Tim Melville looking to strike out another here in the 5th inning and strand the runner in scoring position. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Right-hander gets the sign from Pacheco, and the 1-2 pitch on the way. Krause swings and fouls it off. First base side out of play. So Krause fights off another. Tim Melville setting a season high at strikeouts tonight. The Bees just have not been able to get many good swings against the right-hander, who has had a nasty combination of pitches in this game and has gotten a ton of swings and misses, but has also frozen a lot of hitters. A good mix of swinging and called strikes for strike 3 in this game. Melville will step off the rubber, and we'll have to go through the signs again with Pacheco. The righty to this point has thrown a total of 76 pitches, 56 of them for strikes. Now he's ready to deal 1-2 to Krause. Kicking the pitch on the way, and Krause will swing and miss for strike 3. Got him on the breaking ball for strikeout number 13. Boy, Tim Melville has been impressive tonight. No runs, 1 hit, another runner left for the Bees. 13 strikeouts for Tim Melville through 5. We head to the 6th at New Britain Stadium, 2-0 Long Island.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Tim Melville, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Tim Melville has struck out 13 batters tonight in 5 shutout innings. The Ducks with a 2-0 lead over the Bees here in Game 2 of this single admission doubleheader, and one more strikeout for Tim Melville would tie him for the franchise record for most strikeouts in a single game, 14. It has been done twice. Mike Lurie did it September of 2011, and most recently Rich Hill, who has been one of the biggest success stories in the Atlantic League, probably the biggest in Ducks history of coming to Long Island and making it to the major leagues. Did it in his second start with Long Island, August 9th, 2015. And a little under 2 years later, Tim Melville is a strikeout away from tying them both, and 2 strikeouts away from surpassing them and being all alone to have the Ducks single-game franchise record. First, the Ducks are in the business of trying to extend this 2-0 lead. They have certainly had their opportunities in this game, but have not been able to do so. They have left 10 on base through the first 5 innings. It'll be the top of the order for the Ducks, Lentini, Vega, and Reyes, and they will be facing left-hander Brandon Fry of New Britain, who is making his 22nd appearance of the year, the most on this New Britain roster. So here is Lentini to begin. Lentini has had himself a great day at the plate, hits in both games, 3 in the first and 1 here in Game 2. Fry dangling the left arm as he looks in for the sign, but Lentini steps out. Now Lentini will dig back in as Fry gets the sign from his catcher via Scusa. First pitch on the way from Fry, and Lentini swings it to ground ball left side, fielded there by the third baseman John Griffin. He lobs it over to first for the out. Lentini swinging first pitch, grounds out to third. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 6th inning. Jason Jarvis, a scoreless inning in the 5th. The lad a hit, nothing further, no walks or strikeouts. As for Fry, has a 3.04 ERA in his 21 games, 0-2 record. 18 hits in 23 2/3 innings, 8 runs, all of them earned. He has walked 6 and struck out 18. So 1 away here in the top of the 6th inning, and that is going to bring up the lefty swinging Anthony Vega. First pitch on the way to Vega. Squares to bunt, pulls back, and takes low for ball 1. Vega has not had an at-bat in this game. He has had 3 plate appearances, though, has walked all 3 times. Also has a run and a stolen base. The 1-0 from Fry. And Vega swings, lifts this one foul. Third base side out of play. And that will even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Fry last pitched on June the 3rd. That was Saturday in Southern Maryland. Has been roughed up a little bit by the Ducks this year. 3 earned runs in 5 innings against Long Island. 1-1. Swinging a chopper foul. Looked like that went off of the front foot of Anthony Vega. And the count 1-2. Fry 5 innings, all in relief. 3 runs, 7 hits, 5 strikeouts in 5 innings, has a loss. Be a 1 ball, 2 strike pitch coming up from the left-hander. Kicks and comes home, and Vega will swing and foul this one off down the left field line, slicing out of play. Good cut there from Vega once again, and the count stays at 1-2. So the Bees used 3 relievers for the final 3 innings in Game 1. They have now used 2 here in this game, and will likely use another for the 7th if Fry can get through this 6th inning. Here comes the 1-2. Kicking the pitch on the way. Vega, a check swing, took the pitch downstairs, was able to hold up. And that will even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. This series will conclude tomorrow evening at 6:35 p.m. Rain out yesterday forced a doubleheader today, and then the final game tomorrow at 6:35. 2-2 pitch. And Vega, a swing and a miss, strike 3. Late on that one from Fry. And it's Fry's first strikeout, the 4th for Bees pitching in this game. 2 away in the 6th, and that will leave it up to Elmer Reyes. Bees bullpen has done well in this game to this point. They'll had a run on 4 hits in 3 innings in Game 1, but no runs thus far through an inning and 2/3 here in Game 2. And now Elmer Reyes to the plate, 1 for 3 here in Game 2. First pitch from Fry on the way. Reyes takes a fastball low. And it's 1-0 on Reyes, who combined in the 2 games has 2 hits, both singles, in 7 at-bats. Reach on an infield single to short in the 3rd was denied an RBI by McGuigan's diving stop. 1-0. Chopped onto the ground, foul, third base side. Just goes past the Ducks dugout. Kevin Baez will go retrieve it. The count 1-1. We'll have a matchup of southpaws in tomorrow's series finale. The Ducks will go with former Major Leaguer Rafael Perez, who has been pitching very well, 3-1, 3.31 ERA. Anthony Marzi will go for the Bees, who has been a starter this year and also has had success, 3-3, 3.16 ERA. 1-1 to Reyes is taken down and in. Good eye by the Ducks shortstop. And the count goes to 2-1 on Reyes. Again, still a handful of fans remain here in New Britain for this long evening of baseball. 2-1. Reyes swings and chops one into the ground, foul again to the third base side. Nice pickup there by Kevin Baez. 2-2 the count. And Fry strike 3 away from a 1-2-3 inning here in the 6th. So Fry looking to retire Reyes here. He popped to center his last time up in the 4th inning. Here's the 2-2 from Fry. Kicks and fires. Reyes takes the breaking ball high and outside. And that will run the count full at 3-2. If Reyes reaches, Lou Ford will be next. And Ford has been on base all 3 times he has come to the plate in this game. Doesn't appear to be any action for the Ducks in their bullpen. No reason to. And the 3-2 on the way. Reyes takes high, ball 4. So Elmer Reyes draws the Ducks' 8th walk in this ball game. A 2-out free pass issued by Brandon Fry. And another Ducks walk brought to you by City MD Urgent Care. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island. City MD Urgent Care. Need a doctor? Just walk in. So Reyes to first base with 2 down. Second time he has been on base in this game. 3rd time today. And here is Ford, who has a single and 2 walks. He has driven in the only 2 runs of this game with his no-out base hit to right in the 3rd. First pitch, Ford takes the fastball high and outside, 1-0. Ford walked in the 1st inning, made it to 2nd, was stranded there. A 2-run single to right in the 3rd, but got stranded at 2nd base, and then walked in the 4th with 2 out, but was stranded at 1st. Be a 1-0. Fry kicks and fires. Ford, a swing and a ground ball hit to 3rd. Charging on it. Nice pick on the short hop by John Griffin. He throws across in time for the out. And that'll do it for the Ducks in the top half of the 6th inning. So for Long Island, no runs, no hits. A walk and a runner left for Long Island. We head to the bottom half of inning number 6. The Ducks maintaining their 2-0 advantage.
Hey fans, this is infielder Mark Krause, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it! The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Ducks fans follow all season long as the Long Island Ducks try to meet the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 home runs, Chappie's Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Chappie's Funeral Homes, where caring for others is our family tradition. Ducks with the only home run of the day, the solo home run, a lead-off game one of the doubleheader by Phelan Lentini. They won that game 6-1. They lead game two here 2-0. And Tim Melville back to the mound for Long Island for his sixth inning of work. He has allowed 4 hits, 1 walk, and has struck out 13 batters in 5 innings for Long Island. First pitch on the way is taken on the outside corner, a fastball, strike one to Jovan Rosa, who has gone down twice in this game, both times looking, once in the second, once in the fourth. Be an 0-1 upcoming from Melville. He kicks and comes home. Rosa takes a fastball, strike once again. Melville quickly ahead at 0-2. Another strike for strike 3, and he's got himself the tie for the franchise record. 0-2 on the way from Tim Melville to home plate, and that is swung on a nub to first base. Mark Krause is there, and he will take it to the bag himself in time for the out. 1 away here in inning number 6. So Rosa is now 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out, 1 out. And here is the left fielder, Connor Bierfeld. Well, Bierfeld is one of the few to reach against Melville tonight. He reached on an infield single. It was ruled back in the 4th inning, a ground ball along the line that Goldstein retrieved with plenty of time to get him out, but threw it low on 1 hop to Krause, who could not come up with it. First pitch here to Bierfeld. He checks his swing, takes a fastball at the knees for a strike, 0-1. Melville to this point has been dominant, as we mentioned. He's throwing a lot of strikes. Pitch count isn't too high. Now the right-hander is 0-1. Kicks and comes home. Bierfeld takes a fastball a little bit high and outside. That'll even up the count at 1-1. Bierfeld struck out the first time he faced Melville back in the opening inning. When Melville struck out the side, he's done that 3 times tonight in the 1st, 3rd, and 4th innings. 1-1. Breaking ball. That just missed the inside corner. And Melville now behind at 2-1. Been very rare that Melville has been behind in the count here tonight. Looks in for the sign from Pacheco. Got it, what he wanted. 2-1. That fastball yanked down and away. And Bierfeld now ahead at 3 balls and 1 strike. Good hitters count for a good hitter in Bierfeld. John Griffin will be next for New Britain. Melville's ready. Here's his 3-1. Kicks and comes home. Bierfeld swings and crushes one foul down the left field line. Now one of the better swings we've seen today from a Bees batter. He hit it hard, but hit it foul. Very similar to what Lou Ford's done about 3 times in this game. So now 3-2 on Connor Bierfeld. Here comes the payoff pitch from Melville. He kicks, he fires. Bierfeld takes a breaking ball on the inside corner. Strike 3 called. Connor Bierfeld goes down looking. Tim Melville with his 14th strikeout of the night, and he has tied Mike Lurie and Rich Hill for the most strikeouts in a single game in Long Island Ducks history. While Connor Bierfeld did not approve, he thought he had ball 4 and was jumping up and down at home plate, could not believe it, but congratulations to Tim Melville, who has tied the franchise single game record for strikeouts, now with a chance to surpass 2 Ducks greats with a strikeout of Griffin here. First pitch, and Griffin will take a fastball high and in tight, and that is ball 1. Griffin with a hard single up the middle in the 4th inning. That's probably the hardest hit baseball that Melville has allowed in this game. And struck out swinging against Melville back in the 2nd inning. 1-0. And Griffin takes a breaking ball at the knees on the inside corner for strike 1. Ducks still in front 2-0. Each team with 4 hits as we play in the bottom of the 6th. In game 2 of this single admission doubleheader, a 7-inning game. Here comes the 1-1. Melville deals. Griffin a swing and a fly ball in the air to right center field. Phelan Lantini drifting over to his right. He is under it. He makes the catch. And that will end another scoreless inning from Tim Melville. 6 shutout innings tonight for the right-hander, who has now struck out 14 batters in the game, tying the Ducks' single-game franchise record. To the 7th we go. Ducks 2, Bees nothing.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Dennis O'Grady, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 24 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and also recently acquired Hampton Luxury Liner with regular service from New York City to the Hamptons. They also offer a variety of vineyard tour options. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines and Hampton Luxury Liner, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up. It's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Six scoreless innings for Tim Melville tonight. The Ducks right-hander has struck out 14 batters. Obviously a season high for a Ducks pitcher, but that has tied the franchise record for most strikeouts in a single game. Mike Lurie in 2011 and Rich Hill in 2015 have had the other two 14 strikeout performances. And the question now becomes, does Kevin Bias and Tim Melville back out for the 7th inning? Or does he turn it over to his closer, Chinwe Sao? Ducks bullpen obviously is well rested. Nate Rowe, meanwhile, will come on a pitch in the 7th inning. And he'll be facing Kraus, Pacheco, and Cleary Jr. for the Ducks. And then we will see what happens in the bottom of the 7th. Meanwhile, fans, a reminder that this summer the Atlantic League will play its 20th All-Star game at TD Bank Ballpark in Somerset, Wednesday, July the 12th. Join the Long Island Ducks All-Stars to enjoy a perfect summer night at the ballpark and catch the league's brightest stars as they compete in a home run derby and the Midsummer Classic. Revolutionary War theming, giveaways, collectibles, favorite ballpark food, and post-game fireworks that will light up the sky. First pitch upcoming here to Mark Kraus. Kicking the pitch, and Kraus hits a high fly ball in the air to right center field. Converging on that are Henshaw and Kraus. It'll be the right fielder Henshaw who makes the catch for the first out of this 7th inning. And once again, a Bees reliever throws one pitch and gets one out. All the All-Star festivities brought to you by Robert Wood Johnson, Barnabas Health, and Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey. Get your tickets today at SomersetPatriots.com. Fry goes 1 inning in relief, no hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. With 1 out, Jordan Pacheco, the catcher, and 6-hitter will come to the plate to face Rowe. First pitch on the way, Rowe takes a slider outside, or Rowe deals a slider outside to Pacheco. Nate Rowe's pitched in 20 games all out of the bullpen, 2-2 record, a team-high 1.32 ERA. That is a team best, I should say, a team low 1.32 ERA. Give you the rest of his numbers after this 1-0. Kicking the pitch from Rowe. Pacheco takes a fastball, strike over the inside corner, 1-1. 27 1/3 innings for Rowe, 18 hits, 8 runs, 4 of them earned. He has walked 6 and struck out 25. Opponents hitting just 182 against Rowe this year. One on the way. Pacheco takes a breaking ball down and away. And the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Ducks, meanwhile, have been held silent for the most part against Rowe this season. Right-hander is not allowed an earned run against Long Island to this point in 5 innings of relief. Here's the 2-1. Fly ball down the right field line off the bat of Pacheco goes foul, and it's 2-2. Rowe has allowed just 1 hit and 1 walk over those 5 innings in 3 games of relief against Long Island, 4 strikeouts. And so the count even up at 2-2. It looks like the Ducks are getting some action going in their bullpen down the left field line. Hard to see from where we are, but there might be some action going down there. The 2-2 from Rowe. He kicks and fires, and Pacheco, a little foul ball back to the area behind home plate. It went off the top of the screen and carried back into the crowd. We'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. After Pacheco, it will be Delta Cleary Jr. Ducks have scored both of their runs in this game in the 3rd inning on the 2-run single to the right side by Lou Ford. 2-2 pitch. Pacheco, a swing and a line drive into center field, but it is right at Kraus, who makes the head-high catch. Another hard-hit baseball off the bat of Pacheco, who's been running into a lot of hard-hit outs of late. He's now 0 for 4 with 3 flyouts and a ground out tonight. With 2 away, that will leave it up to the center fielder, Delta Cleary Jr. And again, it'll be a big decision for Kevin Baez going into the bottom half of the 7th inning. He will have at least a 2-0 lead, and it'll be the lefty Craig Maddox, the righty Jordan Henshaw, and the righty Jake McGuigan, the three that are due up. He does have a couple players on his bench if he chooses. The first pitch here misses outside for ball 1 to Delta Cleary Jr. No denying what Tim Melville has done tonight. He has been unbelievably impressive. Do you allow him to go back out for the 7th, or do you turn it over to your bullpen? 1-0. Cleary Jr. a swing and a miss at a fastball down in the zone for strike 1. Rowe last pitched against Southern Maryland on Sunday. And again, this is his 21st appearance of the season for the Bees. 1-1. Cleary Jr. a foul ball down the 3rd base line out of play. And so the count goes to 1-2. Each team with 4 hits in the game. The big difference is the Ducks have drawn 8 walks as an offense tonight. The Bees have just 1. Here's the 1-2. And Cleary Jr. swings and pops it up in the air to the left side of the infield. The shortstop McGuigan making the call. And settling under it, he'll make the catch. And Nate Rowe has retired the side in order in the top of the 7th. We'll go to the bottom half of the 7th. The Ducks will try and close this one out and complete the sweep of the Twin Bill. They lead it 2-0.
Hey fans, this is Jim Fuller, left-handed pitcher, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy a ticket straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to. Ducks fans, don't forget to stop by the Wanda Lynn shop the next time you visit Bethpage Ballpark, where exclusive, hard-to-find Ducks memorabilia is now on sale. Proceeds benefit the Quacker Jack Foundation, the charitable arm of the Long Island Ducks. The night is complete for right-hander Tim Melville, and what an appearance by him tonight. After back-to-back rough starts, he came out with a vengeance tonight, and he had an absolutely dominant start, his best of the season, and is in line to pick up his third win. Chinwe Sao, the closer, has come on for Long Island. He will try and nail down the save as the Ducks try and complete a sweep of this single admission doubleheader. Long Island leads the game 2-0, and for the Bees, 2 up in the inning are Craig Maddox, the first baseman, Jordan Henshaw, the right fielder, and Jake McGuigan, the shortstop. Lefty, righty, righty, 6, 7, and 8 in the order. And Chinwe Sao takes the mound for Long Island, trying to pick up the save. So here is Maddox to the plate from the left side, 0 for 2 in this game with a pair of strikeouts, one looking, one swinging. Defense shifted to the right side here. The shortstop Reyes playing behind second, just off to the first base side a bit. And Giovanni Alfonso, the second baseman, on the grass in shallow right. First pitch is chopped foul at home plate by Maddox. And the count 0-1. 6 innings for Tim Melville tonight. 4 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 14 strikeouts, tying the franchise single game record set previously by Mike Laree and Rich Hill. The 0-1. Sao kicks and fires, and Maddox takes a fastball down and in. That'll even things up at 1-1. 89 pitches for Melville, just a total of 65 of them for strikes. So just 24 balls from the right-hander, who was unbelievably impressive tonight. Here comes a 1-1. Sao's pitch. Maddox a swing and a miss. Late on that fastball over the outside corner, and Sao ahead at 1-2. When you look at the hits that Melville gave up, the 4 total hits, only 3 of them went to the outfield. The other was a questionable hit in the 4th inning that Bierfeld hit to third base that Goldstein threw in the dirt. The 1-2. Maddox takes just low and outside from Sao. Good eye from the first baseman, and that will even the count at 2-2. The 1 walk was to Kajimoto with 2 outs in the 3rd inning. Melville struck out the side 3 times out of the 6 innings that he took the mound. Struck out at least 1 in every inning. Now the 2-2 from Sao. Kicks and fires, and Maddox swings, chops it under the ground, foul, first base side. Fights off the tough 2-strike pitch from Sao to stay alive. Sao on the year has pitched in 13 games for Long Island. He is trying for his 4th save of the year. Has a 1-1 record and a 2.08 ERA. Maddox steps back up to the plate as Sal looks in for the sign from home plate. Pacheco flashing the signs as Sal continues to look in, and now time is called. Sal will go again at 2-2. Now he's got what he wants. Kicking the pitch on the way to the plate, and Maddox will take a breaking ball that just missed the outside corner. Very close, but just missed outside, according to home plate umpire Jeff Merzel, and now it's 3-2. The defense still shifted over to the right side here. The third baseman Goldstein, the only infielder on the left side. Here's the payoff pitch from Sal, and Maddox will swing and foul this one back. Having a good at-bat here is Maddox, fighting to stay alive, leading off this bottom of the 7th inning. Again, each team with 4 hits in this ball game. Ducks, though, have drawn 8 walks tonight. It'll be another 3-2. Sal staring in a home plate. And again, we'll have to go through the signs with Pacheco. Just seems to be having a little bit of trouble communicating here in this at-bat. 2 former big leaguers forming the battery, and Sal and Pacheco. Now Sal is ready. And another payoff pitch to Maddox on the way. It is swung on and grounded foul, first base side. Craig Maddox doing whatever he can to try and get on base to begin this bottom of the 7th inning against right-hander Chinwe Sao. Sao last pitch for the Ducks in Game 2 of the doubleheader last Friday in Bridgeport through a scoreless inning, striking out 2. And took a no decision, closing out the game in the Ducks' victory, 6-1 over the Bluefish. Another 3-2 delivery. Sao deals, and Maddox swings and nubs it foul again. Chased the pitch down in the zone and just caught enough of it to stay alive. That's why you hear that song playing in the background, Staying Alive. Next pitch will be number 10 of this at-bat from Sal to Maddox. Henshaw still in the on-deck circle for the Bees, so it looks like he will come up next. He's due up next to the plate. Sal again, and Maddox swings and fouls it back. Boy, Sal just cannot find the pitch that he needs to get Maddox out. He continues to battle. Whoever wins this battle is going to feel very good after it. Maddox giving Sal a fight here. And now it'll be an 11th pitch from the right-hander. He is ready to go. Here comes another 3-2 pitch, and Maddox will swing and rocket one to left center field. Long run back for Lou Ford, still on his horse. In the gap, he makes the catch. Nice grab by Lou Ford into the left center field gap. One of the hardest balls that have been hit tonight. Maddox goes the opposite way against the shift, but Ford makes the running grab for out number 1. 13 innings this year for Sal, 10 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned. He has walked 8 and struck out 13. Opponents hitting .217 against him this year. 1 away, and now the right fielder Jordan Henshaw will come up to the plate. Didn't know if we would see a pinch hit here by Stan Clyburn to bring in a lefty hitter like Jamar Walton to bat for Henshaw. Walton, a right fielder like Henshaw. First pitch from Sal, and Henshaw swings, pops this one in the air to shallow right. Out is Kraus and Alfonso. The Ducks' second baseman, Giovanni Alfonso, will make the catch at fair territory. Henshaw retired, and like Maddox, he is now 0 for 3. And with 2 down, the Ducks are 1 out away from a sweep of this doubleheader. It'll be Jake McGuigan, the shortstop, coming up to the plate. So here is McGuigan, who has gone 0 for 2 in this game with a strikeout and a ground out to short. Sal looking to complete a 1-2-3 7th inning to earn the save. First pitch from Chinwe Sal. Line drive and a right. Lantini racing in. He is there. He will make the catch. This ball game is over, and the Long Island Ducks shut out the New Britain Bees 2-0. Chinwe Sal earns his 4th save of the year, and the Ducks sweep the single admission doubleheader here in New Britain, Connecticut. Excellent performance from the Ducks pitching staff. Tim Melville with 6 scoreless innings ties a franchise single game record with 14 strikeouts. Chinwe Sal gets the job done with a scoreless 7th. And the Ducks pitching staff in 14 innings of baseball today allows just 1 run total on a total of just 8 hits, 4 in each game. All right, well, don't go anywhere. The post-game show's coming up next. We're going to recap this game and hand out the Player of the Game award. The Ducks win it 2-0 here in Game 2, and they sweep the single admission doubleheader here in New Britain, Connecticut.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Patrick Kreider, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit psegly.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
The Ducks complete their second doubleheader sweep of the year as they blank the Bees in Game 2, 2-0. That follows up their 6-1 win in Game 1. What a start from Tim Melville, and then Chinwe Sal comes on to finish it off And Lou Ford's 2-run single to right back in the third inning gets the job done despite leaving 11 men on base in the game. The Ducks come away with the victory, and they get back to 500 at 23 wins and 23 losses. To recap this game, again, the Ducks had a lot of early chances against Brian Dupree, who did not have his best accuracy tonight. He walked the bases loaded in the first inning, a walk with 1 out and back-to-back walks with 2 outs, but Jordan Pacheco grounded into a force out to end that threat. And then in the third inning, the Ducks were finally able to break through against Dupree. Lentini reached on an error by shortstop Jake McGuigan to begin and then went to second base when a pickoff throw from Dupree went awry, so another error for the Bees. Anthony Vega then drew a walk, and then Elmer Reyes reached on an infield single to short. So the bases were loaded with nobody out for Long Island. Lou Ford came to the plate, nearly hit a 3-run double down the left field line. Next pitch nearly hit a 3-run home run down the left field line, and instead settled for a ground ball single through the right side to drive in 2, Lentini and Vega scoring. And that gave the Ducks the 2-0 lead that they would need tonight. Mark Krause would follow with a walk to load the bases, but Pacheco and Cleary Jr. would pop out, and then Alfonso grounded into a force out to end that threat. And then in the fourth inning, with 1 out, a single, a stolen base by Lentini, and a walk by Vega, put 2 on. And after a flyout from Reyes, a walk by Ford loaded up the bases, but Mark Krause flew out to deep left field to end that threat. And again, the Ducks were held off the scoreboard as they left 9 men on base through the first 4 innings. 3 Bees relievers then combined to allow just a hit and a walk over the final 3 innings of the game against Long Island. Jarvis, Fry, and Rowe getting the job done, giving the offense a chance for New Britain to come back in this game. But ultimately, they had no answer for Tim Melville tonight, who was on his game for Long Island after back-to-back rough starts. His 2-game losing streak ends with a terrific performance. He strikes out 14 batters in 6 scoreless innings, tying a franchise record set previously by Mike Lurie in September of 2011 and Rich Hill in August of 2015. He allowed just 4 hits along the way, all singles. 1 to Kajimoto in the first inning, 1 to Bierfeld and 1 to Griffin in the fourth, and another to Villascusa in the fifth. Had walked just 1 batter in the form of Kajimoto in the third, but the 14 strikeouts over his 6 shutout innings. He struck out the side in the first, the third, and the fourth, struck out 2 in the second and the fifth, and 1 in the sixth, getting Bierfeld for the franchise record tying 14th strikeout, and Chinwe Sawa 1-2-3 inning in the seventh. As on an 11 pitch at bat, Craig Maddox flew out to deep left center. Jordan Henshaw popped to second, and Jake McGuigan flew out to right. Final totals from the game: 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Ducks. They left 11, no runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for the Bees. They left 5. The winning pitcher, Tim Melville, improves to 3-4. The loser, Brian Dupree, falls to 3-3, and the save goes to Chinwe Sao, his 4th of the year. The game took 2 hours and 16 minutes, and a refresher, 2,426 the attendance for this single admission doubleheader. Player of the game for Game 2, there is absolutely no question. It is right-hander Tim Melville, who was phenomenal from start to finish. Again, his final line: 6 innings, 4 hits, no runs, 1 walk, a franchise single-game record tying 14 strikeouts. He threw 89 pitches, 65 of them for strikes, just 24 balls, and he definitely earned the win tonight to improve to 3-4 on the season. He is the player of the game. We'll take one more break. When we come back, the out-of-town scores. Then we'll wrap things up from a long evening of baseball here in New Britain.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Tyler Wilson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Ducks complete a doubleheader sweep of the New Britain Bees today. They pick up the series win, and they'll go for the sweep of the Bees tomorrow night at 6:35 p.m. in the series finale. More on that in a bit, as the Ducks earn their second doubleheader sweep of the season and get back to 500 at 23-23. They continue their road success, now 14-10 away from Bethpage Ballpark this year. On the out-of-town scoreboard, Somerset Patriots were winners today, 7-2 over the Bridgeport Bluefish. Rick Teasley, the win, improved to 4-1. Tyler Badama, the loser, dropped to 1-3. 3 hits, 2 RBIs from Adam Donaghy to lead the way. Carlos Guzman also had 3 hits and an RBI for Somerset. Barnstormers a 7-1 winner at home over the Sugarland Skeeters. The winning pitcher, former Duck Jared Leverett, improved to 4-0. The loser, former Duck Bobby Blevins, who fell to 4-2. No save in that one. Home runs for Lancaster from Sean Halton, his 10th, and Garrett Weber, his 3rd. Weber had 3 hits and 2 RBIs for the Barnstormers. And the Blue Crabs with a 3-1 win at home over the York Revolution. The winning pitcher, Brian Grenning, he improves to 3-1. Frank Gailey, the loser, dropped to 5-4. And Cody Epley with his 13th save of the season. 2 RBIs from Patrick Palmera to lead the way for Southern Maryland in the win. Yankees shut out the Red Sox tonight 8-0 up at Yankee Stadium, or down at Yankee Stadium. CC Sabathia, 8 scoreless innings for the win, improved to 7-2. Rick Porcello, the loser, drops to 3-8. And for the Yankees, Didi Gregorius, his 5th home run of the season. Chris Carter hit his 6th. As for the Mets, they end up losing a 3-1 lead in the bottom of the 8th, and they are now tied with the Rangers 3-3 going into the top of the 9th inning. Zach Wheeler started for the Mets, pitched very well. Jerry Blevins, though, allowed 2 runs in the 8th inning. Yu Darvish started for the Rangers, and now pitching for them is Matt Bush. 2 home runs for the Mets from Jay Bruce, his 14th and 15th of the year. Meanwhile, for the Rangers, Robinson Chirinos has gone deep for his 6th home run of the year. That was the 2-run blast off of Jerry Blevins. NBA Finals, they are through 3 quarters in Cleveland. The Cavaliers have come back and now lead the Warriors 94-89 as they try and avoid falling behind 3-0 in that best-of-7 NBA Finals. Earlier today, the Liberty, a 76-61 win over the Atlanta Dream at Madison Square Garden behind 18 points and 15 rebounds from Tina Charles. And at the French Open, winners in the quarterfinals on the men's side, Rafael Nadal and Stan Wawrinka and Andy Murray all winning. So that is 3 of the top 4 seeds that won. However, the number 2 seed, Novak Djokovic, lost in straight sets to Dominic Thiem. Meanwhile, on the women's side in singles action, Karolina Pliskova, the number 2 seed, and Simona Halep, the number 3 seed, both pick up victories. So that'll do it for the out-of-town scoreboard here tonight. Ducks will go for the sweep of this series tomorrow night here at New Britain Stadium, and there will be a matchup of the Southpaws on the mound tomorrow night. For the Ducks, Rafael Perez, the left-hander, who is 3-1 with a 3.31 ERA on the season, most recently pitched on Friday in Game 2 of the doubleheader. Coming back from his groin injury, he threw 4 scoreless innings for the Ducks, looked very strong, so he'll look to continue his terrific work on the mound. And meanwhile, lefty Anthony Marcy will go for the Bees. He is 3-3 with a 3.16 ERA through 8 starts this season. Should be a fun series finale here tomorrow night in New Britain, Connecticut. That'll do it for us here tonight at New Britain Stadium. Again, the finals. The Ducks with a win in Game 1, 6-1, and a shutout victory in Game 2, 2-0, as they sweep this single admission doubleheader from the Bees. We invite you to join us for our next Ducks broadcast, which will be tomorrow night when the Ducks go for the sweep of the 3-game series. Pregame show is going to begin at 6:20 p.m. The first pitch at 6:35. You can follow all the action right here on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network, liducks.com, Facebook Live, and youtube.com/DucksBaseball. My name is Michael Pollack. Thank you so much for spending your Wednesday night with me. I hope you enjoyed both of the broadcasts today and both of the Ducks wins. Have a great rest of your Wednesday night. We'll do it all over again on Thursday evening here at New Britain Stadium. Good night and so long from New Britain Stadium.